just like that's the reunion of Guy 2.0 5.6 is back. How are we all doing this evening? We're back.
We've got Guy 3 in the building here, VJ, Namdi, myself, Guy 3 here.
We're waiting for Gatling to show up, so and then that'll be the four of us.
That's it. All good, man.
Yes. I'm really excited about. I was looking forward to this. Okay, we've got Bobby Brown in town.
Finally, we got the fourth Blackstreet member. Here he is.
The fourth Blackstreet member.
Technical difficulties, man. Technical difficulties. We fixed them.
I want to say that you're the only one, but I had to restart the system as well. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, crazy. It makes me feel better though.
Okay.
Baseline G, welcome. Zay, welcome. Now from Minneapolis, welcome. David, welcome. David out Dio, Macaso. TJ, welcome from Philly. Welcome. Yes, hopefully the Eagles are going to go all the way to this season. Anyway, how are we all doing this week, guys?
Good. I flew into. I had a meeting yesterday in Paris. I flew into Paris yesterday, and I came back this morning. So less than 22, 23 hours in Paris, and that was good. Andrew, you'd find this interesting. One of the chaps I met yesterday was the musical director. Actually, you'll all find this interesting. Musical director for Arsenio Hall's show.
Wow.
I love it. Yeah, but that as the Yankee here, man, Arsenio was he was so pivotal to being alive during the New Jack Swing era. He really was. That's awesome. Yeah. I love it.
Lovely guy. And just I didn't know that. I didn't know that yesterday. Then I Googled him today. I'm like, oh, shoot, man, he was awesome.
Okay, so you can ask him any questions about booking.
How do I know? You know what I mean?
No, sorry. One thing about the Arsenio Hall show is he had a rule. There was no lip syncing allowed. So I remember finally showed up. Like they only showed up after. Oh no.
Okay, it was Andrew. It's frozen slightly. While we wait for Andrew to unfreeze himself. Last exit to Brooke and Mac. Welcome, Colin. Colin is dipping out as he has a show. My goodness. When during the encore, he'll come back. Empower PT coach, welcome. Nice back. Talk about Michael movie trailer. Yes, we'll add that to it. Let me Miss Samuel bonjour. Actually, VJ was in Paris. Should have said hello. She's the party. Welcome. All right. As you were saying, Knight, before you.
Yeah, I'll keep it quick. Basically, long story short, like that musical director could talk about that rule. You know, some of the best Arsenio Hall show performances were because the rule was you could not lip sync on that show, and Milli Vanilli didn't even show up until after they were outed. But I mean, yeah, Arsenio was something special, and I think the fact that you had to perform live, I think, is a big part of why his performances were so good. That's it.
Yeah. Goodness, True killed it. The performances, then they had everything in there. Wow. Okay. We've got a lot to cover. We could just start off with what did we make of the Michael Jackson trailer for? It should have come out this year, but technical difficulties, it's now coming out next year. And if it does well, they'll then be able to do part 2. What did you guys? Yeah, they wanted to do up to the trial after winning. You know, the trial before he passed. That was the aim, but then they just had so much stuff, so they just said, okay, let's just do the first part up to, I can't remember now, where the first part is going to. But what did you guys make of just the trailer?
I want to hear what Stevie has to say first, because he nodded. He went like that. So he had a He had a head shake. I want to know
I'm expecting Empire Strikes Back here. I'm expecting that kind of fun feel, that early 80s feel, look about it. And I was like that fake MJ that's trending all over IG at the moment. He's fake MJ sat there like his arms
hilarious.
Just watching like this. Oh, fake MJ. So I kind of feel like him. I should do really, but a bit underwhelmed, to be quite honest.
Oh,
doesn't it feel like the 80s? Have they not done it in that kind of style? That would have been cool.
It doesn't. The actual look of it doesn't look 80s. It doesn't feel like Empire Strikes Back to me.
Well, Empire Strikes Back did come out in the 80s, so it would be hard to try and replicate that. But
you can get the film font, the actual font of the film. Get that right.
I actually want to say, I think I know what Stevie's talking about, because when you watch like Rogue One, for example, from the Star Wars, or even Andor, it does have that kind of retro feel, but it's more about also the sets and everything else. So I know what you're talking about. Empire has a beautiful look to it, a sheen. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like the MJ Thriller video has a sheen about it. It just is the look about. I just wanted that bit. I mean, I don't, it's hard to get someone looking like him. That's going to be very difficult to do, because obviously he changed so much throughout the 70s and 80s. But at least get there. But then it's a trailer. Listen, I'll wait till I see the whole thing first. I'll wait till I see the whole thing.
And it's coming out next May. So they've got a lot of post production, but I think they wanted to at least get the word out and stuff. Jojo man, welcome. We've got Ezekiel, welcome. Yes, we used to share this on X, but they've put so many roadblocks in, so it's made it much difficult. The other big news, I mean, we were here talking about Guy 3 versus Blackstreet, but Teddy and Co have made it official, Guy 2.0. They've got Styles, who used to be in Blackstreet 2.0. They've got LJ Robinson, former lead singer of Profile. They've got Ray Lavender, and Teddy's son is in the picture as a member, and then Teddy. So there's 5 of them.
Are you forgetting someone? Gene Griffin 2.0, the new manager. It's like Gene Griffin 2.0. They got a new big manager there, big burly manager. It's all coming back again. It's all looking great.
So I have a thought on Guy 2.0.
Yeah, because you haven't commented. I didn't see any comments from you on IG or anything when it got posted. So what are your thoughts?
I like the idea that Teddy's creating new music. I think that's great. And I hear that there's some good music coming out. But I don't understand calling it Guy 2.0. That makes no sense to me at all. That's my only thing. Call it, I don't know, Bob. Call it anything. I don't care.
New group, a new title, new group.
I would have preferred Black Guy. Black Guy.
Something else, man. But Guy 2.0 just seems wrong, man. It just Guy. There's only 4 members of Guy in its history. So when you add other people, it becomes like how Blackstreet was. Doesn't make any sense.
The Black Menudo.
It's like antagonizing the other members.
1,000%.
Antagonizing the original members, really.
Yeah.
No, but there has been a falling out, right? Teddy said some stuff. I mean, I don't know. He said some stuff, man.
Yeah, it was posted. It was posted. Somebody says, why is there no Aaron and Damien, and and this is directed to Teddy, and it appears that he or somebody. Well, it felt like it was written from his perspective about money paid, commitments not made, and it is, and as a result, it's like I'm going to move on, and get people who are ready. It is not the first time. I mean, Call Me Bad is still performing with one of the singers that didn't. He wasn't even the main singer. Is it Mark? It isn't. Look at Shy. You've only got Garfield and half the guys from I can't remember the name now. The guys that were in Lean On Me movie.
Riff.
Riff, yeah. So 2 or 3 members of Riff and Garfield. So it isn't unusual just to have one sort of find a member and then take the brand and continue like
And
that.
Shout out
Go
to
ahead.
Karen Anderson. She was the co-writer on Don't Leave Me. I messaged you, Karen. I'm glad you joined today. That's great. And I agree. There should be all the original members of Guy should be in Guy. That's how it should be, I think. But I love the idea. So it's not the new music I've got a problem with. It's the name of the brand. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Damien is coming on live. I think next week or so to do it live, to talk to give you his thoughts, give everyone his thoughts about how he feels things are. Yes.
Sponsored by Orville Redenbacher popcorn, right? Sorry, I had to.
But I personally, yeah. So it's hard for me because I think there's certain. Stevie, listen to you had a very different view than the rest of us when we chatted.
I wasn't sure at first. It's when I saw them clips in Japan when they were performing, and I was like, yeah, wicked. I'm all for it now. I just wanted to see him perform and what it was like, and they can do it. They're young, it's a young man's game, innit? They can sing. The voices are there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's surrounding himself with a bunch of youngsters who've got the energy, can sing. He gets his production magic in there. Why not, eh? Just call it something else. That's all we need.
I would have personally, I would have Riley experience. Got the guy that sounds like Michael Jackson, and then he could do all the like what Baby. And I think just what Babyface is doing, singing the hits that he does, not just with Guy or Blackstreet, stuff he did with Hype Camp, Keith Sweat. He has the singers, and he just does a Teddy Riley experience featuring, and Teddy Riley and Friends or something like that.
Well, isn't it
Man,
called?
you already
It is called.
You named the group. Oh, it should be called TRX. I think that has a catch with TRX, like 3 names, and it's just kind of like TR, the unknown. You could do so much with that platform. TRX, baby, what's up? And it's also almost like even the X, the X could mean so many things. Like I'm X Guy, I'm X Blackstreet, I'm Malcolm X, whatever.
Yeah. Teddy, if you're watching or anyone affiliated with Teddy, listen to what Andrew's just said there. Let's take that on board. If that works a treat.
Yeah, but he had that branding before, right? It was called TRX. There was something.
And TRX is even like a workout machine, I believe. It's like if you go to the gym, there's a TRX machine. I mean, there's so many. You got to think about the platforms. You got to think about the marketing. The marketing part of me is coming out now. But that's what I'm saying. Like that. Anyway, here's what I'll say really quickly. I just have to say this really quick. I'm all for progress. I really am. But I think the trick to progress is how do you move forward without disrespecting the past? And I feel like so many people feel like to move forward, you have to somehow shit all over what happened before. And that's so not necessary. And if anything, I think it's counterproductive because there's people
you're dragging it along with you, aren't you? You're dragging all that animosity that's been going on for years.
Gotta give love to the past and move forward to the future. That future, like the song, like the album, like just do that, man. Honor your past and move forward to the present. I think that's the trick. And yeah, that's all I got to say. I can say more, but I'll keep it.
And I was trying to remember the name of the group. I think David's just mentioned Adidas. Adidas was the group that he had before, and he had TRX. He had TRX something at the time as well. And I don't know what happened to Adidas. I think did they have 1 or 2 songs out? Did they have 2 tracks out or something? I don't know, man. What happened to that group?
No, I never heard of that. I never heard of that.
He had, I think, 3, 4 or 5 vocalists, something like that, in a group, new group. Teddy Riley had a new group. And it's as Andrew said, progress is good, but be respectful of the past. That's you've summed it up. That sentence is it, Andrew. That's.
Can I say something really quick? Yeah. I love looking at comments, and someone said love online is at least so bad it's good, and I just have to get into it. Bring it into it.
Together with the AOL intro. It's got the AOL intro at the beginning, hasn't it? Or what's that? There, that sound.
Yeah. Well.
Let's talk about the 2 albums, because which I'm trying to remember now. Did finally came out.
Correct.
And there was so much. I mean, it had its promotion states. BET had Teddy Riley, the man behind the music, so it was looking back at his past and his success, and then looking forward to the release of the. Finally, they had kids in a booth singing, "Can you tell me how to get to Blackstreet?" So that was supposed to be the intro, and they showed some of the making stuff with Janet. So it felt like, oh man, they're gonna go from another level. If they already had another level, they're gonna take it further. And it was, goodness, for me, I had to with the very first single. It just became very overwhelming for me. I think they spent over $1 million video, and
Wow.
it was probably, and that's what killed them, because they overspent $1 million for that. It was one of the worst videos for me, because I couldn't see. It was just, you could see Teddy's face, you could see Janet's face, but they didn't use her and her dancing stuff. He didn't, just like No Diggity was like see you and access you. And then what was the point of having Eve and Ja Rule on there? And so for me, that it didn't hit. The song, I have a very different take on the song when we do our list, but at that time it was so disappointing. And when I got the album the second it was released, and I was like, "Oh goodness, what a and I don't know how much being Mark Middleton leave also killed the momentum, because it was like, what, they changed the member again? So I mean, I've started. Normally I'm always last here, but
there was one of my somebody that normally sends in a list. They submit a list normally. This was I found this very funny today. So he said, I know Guy 3, I like it. I never listened to Finally, couldn't get into it. And I thought Level 2, words to the effect of Level 2 was far superior to Finally. And I was like, what? And I just couldn't believe it said that. It was like, I was finished. I was like, done. It's like, that sums up this contest a little bit, but it doesn't, because listening to this album finally again, there's some good music on here. There is. I don't care what my thought was 26 years ago, but there's some good bits on here.
Stevie,
I'll jump.
Okay, go ahead. Mike.
Okay, so I'm 1,000% with you. I think that when Blackstreet switched up for the second album and you got rid of Dave Hollister and Levi Little, I was worried. But then Mark Middleton came in there and just kind of put his stamp. Like his section of No Diggity and Don't Leave Me, it's his voice really kind of carrying that song. So to get rid of Mark, I already felt like, oh, this sounds different. So I do think the departure of Mark had a big impact actually on the group, because then the group stopped feeling like a real group and more like, I kept seeing the term Black Menudo in Vibe magazine. Vibe was what I always read. It's just musical chairs, man. And it's more than just the music. It's about the people in the group, which is why groups like New Edition and Boyz II Men, I think, have those strong fan bases, because it's not just about the songs. It's about actually attaching to each member and the flavor they bring to the whole gumbo, if you will. So I just wanted to like double tap on that, because I agree with you completely, Namdi.
Yeah, good point.
I just realised both albums came out in the same year, 1999. Out of all the years in the 90s. Sorry, what was that, Namdi?
No, I think he was. Guy came out. I think the Dancing came out. I think January of 9th. Like 6 months, 4 months, 5, 6 months.
So they would have been done. They would have been done in.
They were 100% done in 1999. I had the Guy 3 album in. I got the Guy 3 album, the promo of that, and the promo of D'Angelo's Voodoo album in December 1999. So I was listening to both of those albums in 1999. Just.
So how did he manage two groups then? with all them egos in the same year. That's how did he do it?
Well, from what I'm reading, Finally was recorded like in '98. It was supposed to actually come out like late '98. It was pushed back to March '99. So that's when that one came out. Oh. And then Guy 3, I'm looking on here, January 25th, 2000. I do remember getting the Dancin' promo, which I still have, by the way, back in summer of '99. And I just remember being so excited. And then the album came out, and we'll save my thoughts for later. But yeah, so I think it was like back and forth, and it was almost like Teddy was like, all right, peace, Guy. And then we all know what happened after that too.
I mean, what's exciting? That, like you say, hearing dancing, and you're thinking, wow, if this is what we're hearing, what's the album going to be like? I do remember that excitement.
Yeah, it was incredible, man. Dancing was incredible, man.
Yeah, but it was Eddie F. No, it was actually forgetting his name, Darren Lighty.
It was Teddy, Darren Lighty, and Eddie F.
And but didn't it? Well, it was Darren and Eddie did the track, and then they brought it to Teddy. Then Teddy joined in on it.
But in terms of like years in the 90s, I always felt 1999 was, in terms of musical release, it was the worst year out of the 90s for me. I don't know what happened that year. Maybe people were saving things for the millennium, for 2000. They didn't want to put it out just before, the new millennium started. So I reckon record companies are holding back on things. I just didn't think that year was very good at all for releases. So, I didn't like the sound of it.
Eric Williams didn't hold back when he was very too honest. Actually, it was very hard because he was very honest, and I was like, oh goodness, Teddy's not gonna. Labels were going through mergers, and Jimmy Iovine told Teddy, look, hold back on Guy 3. On Finally, because we're buying labels and we're moving around, so we don't have the budget for it. Teddy was a little bit late. It turns out he was insistent. No, we want to put out now, build our momentum, and spent $1 million on the video.
Wow.
And it didn't hit, and they got dropped. This was a guy who they just come up another level, winning the Grammys, selling all this stuff. It should have been whatever you take, but they pushed it back because of the industry merging, and he was insistent. And if it didn't hit, Ron, it's and unfortunately, finally, it didn't seem to have the records that you'd want. And I kept thinking of the A&R, what could I have done? I might have still kept Boyfriend, Girlfriend, but I would have had a different video. I would have taken advantage of Janet and her dancing and all that stuff, and then had, almost like what's the West Side Story, Janet and her girls saying, there's something like that, so at least we can appreciate the dance moves and stuff. But when it was just moving around, I'm like, who's where, what's going on? And then the motorbikes, and the production is a miss, and it does nothing to connect us. And then probably the follow-up single, there were some other good singles that they could have pushed out, and it just didn't work out. Who else? Actually, did you know that in Dancing, Eric Williams was singing background? I asked him, but he was not accredited. But Darren says that's how things were. But they were, and half of the songs, but some of the songs on the Finally album and on the Guy 3 album were from 911, which was supposed to have come out. Muchos, they had the album ready to come out, and MC were ready to push them out, but then Teddy took songs from that album to use for what he did, and didn't. He said Mucho says he didn't want them to compete with them. So I wonder if 911 had come out in 1997, 98, would it have been received much better?
911. Sorry.
Go.
The Pressure.
911 is a close to flawless album. That is an incredible album. It is insanely good. There's no reason, from a musical point of view, that album shouldn't have come out. There's other reasons why it didn't come out, but I'm going to leave that. But it should have come out. 911 should have come out. It was an incredible album. It's nice to see that those songs were reincarnated and made their way into these two projects. But the original with Diesel, Rob, Mucho.
Did we? When did we find out about that 911 stuff? Because I don't remember when Guy released this album, but I don't remember knowing about that. Had you heard "Spend Time" 911? It was after one. It was years after, into the early to mid 2000s. That information became apparent. Really, we just didn't know then.
Yeah, Mucho has said that they stripped the album and be re-recorded. Like Misery, the Diesel's original version, far away is what was on the Blackstreet album. Even Rescue Me, Call Me 911. That was from the Pressure album. And Diesel's, I think, Ike version was much better than Aaron's version. I think Aaron has the nostalgia.
Like I said, we didn't know at that time when Guy released this. We didn't know that. We didn't have that information then.
No. We didn't know.
That's fair, Stevie. But now that you've heard 911's album, even if you heard it today, you can listen to it. You know that it's better than
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different planet, isn't it? That's.
So what I was going to say really quick was number one, Sauvignon, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, or their name correctly. How 99, it was all about Timbaland and everything else. So the sound had changed, number one. But then number two, David Yarden says something really interesting. And I totally thought this. And that is, he said, finally lost Jay-Z and Mary J. Blige features. And to me, it clicked immediately because Beanie Siegel is on I Got What You On versus what you're on versus what you want. Like anyway, Beanie Siegel's on there and it sounds like Jay on there. And on Drama, it sounds like Mary, but I feel like whoever they got to come in was almost to like replace losing those features. So I think Ja Rule on there was just trying to have like the hidden artists in that time frame to kind of raise the profile. But I think at that time, Ja Rule and Eve were not that huge just yet. They were months from blowing up. But I just think it was, it's, anyway, I just wanted to make that comment. But I think
Mary recorded for Drama, and but then she told Jimmy Iovine that she doesn't want to release that version, so they had to re-record that. And she was upset because Teddy was supposed to rap for her and Eric was supposed to sing the track, but Eric they couldn't vibe. Eric isn't that type of singer that like Casey. He can't he said he doesn't ad-lib. He's give me the song, I was a vibe, and he couldn't do that. He said it wasn't his style, and in fact the recording session, Mary got upset and said, "That's it, take me off that album." And so KC ended up recording the song with her. So then, but in the lead up to the release of the album, we knew that, expected Mary to be there. We knew about those features, and when we didn't get them, it just added a layer of what's this?
Disappointment.
So that's the finally album. I think the Guy 3 album was a surprise to me because Wildest Dream, I thought that they will reconnect and then and record something together, because the last we saw of them was when they did the New York on the Covers track, and they just dropped it and disappeared. So it was a surprise. I don't know if any of you knew they were recording that album.
That Guy 3 out of nowhere. I just started New Jack City radio show at UC Santa Barbara, summer of '99, and then someone came in because I was at the station, and hey, look at this promo, man! You're talking about this New Jack City show. This is New Jack Swing. I'm like, holy crap! It was so exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, so, but I don't know what it just felt like. Finally, didn't blow up. What if finally blew you down the Guy album? Because then, after the second video, it didn't. They go, okay, well, I'll just go. MCA said, here's some money. Somebody just mentioned that Jeff Red was the A&R at MCA, and he said, and they were able to put them together to do the Guy 3 album. And Mucho mentioned they went to the Bahamas to record, but there's still some tension with them while they were recording and stuff during the recording process. I would say that they sound like two different types of albums. One felt more natural, and the other one felt a little bit more mechanical, which is almost like Teddy was going, that Take Me There. It felt like he was going for this, relying on the drums, but very much influenced by what Timbaland did, help him do for I Get So Lonely remix. And he's in love with that type of the production style, which I didn't really like. I didn't like Take Me There, but it blew up. But anyway, yes, I think we've kicked this out of both albums. God knows how our rankings will be.
End the show.
I'll be honest, we could have
End the show.
We could have done a top 5 instead of a top 12. We would have just done a top 10 instead of a top 12.
If we have 30 seconds, I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things just really quickly. This came out in July. It's a high fidelity pressing of the Dangerous album. The audio quality is just spectacular. If you are a record buyer and you like good quality audio, this is insane. And this was a gift that I was given yesterday, and it was a really nice gift because the song that didn't quite make this album but was on a bonus track, what was it, on Cry or something like that, was Shout. And that is a remix of Do It. So Do It is sampled in just thought pretty cool. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
I thought you was going to show us your Guy CDR promo with that.
I have that. So that has it had a bonus track. It had a bonus track called Diamonds, which is a very, very nice track.
Discogs, they've not even listed that on Discogs.
It is on there, but I think somebody's listed it as a US copy, and it's not. It's a UK copy. It's the same one.
I had one and I stupidly got rid of it. Don't know why.
It's hard to get hold of now. Really hard to get hold of.
I got rid of it. Very stupidly got. I paid £1 for it. It was I found it in £1 in an exchange shop, and then I got rid of it. Don't know
you
why.
Couldn't get it for £300 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, DJO, they say that they bonus tracks. How many bonus tracks? You said Diamonds?
So there's a track called Diamonds, which was on that MCA promo, the Guy 3 album. There was another track that Guy had around the same time. It sounds like an Aaron Hall solo track. It's called Fooling Around, but it was meant. Some people say it was meant to be for this album. And the other different version of this album is the Japanese version. And a lot of you will remember the Don't Leave Me remix called Goodbye Love. So imagine Don't Leave Me using the sample from Goodbye Love, and then Teddy doing his thing for that in 96, 97. And then Teddy using that remix and then sampling that on the original Goodbye Love and adding that as a bonus track on the Japanese only track. It's insane. That version of Goodbye Love is absolutely magic. That would probably make my number one had it been allowed.
What about Finally then? Was the different bonus tracks on the Finally album? Different editions?
Yeah, there were a few. David mentioned there was a Teddy's Jam on there, and there was the drama with Mary J. Blige, which was on there briefly, and then it got pulled. They're the only ones I know of. Oh, and Confused and On the Floor.
I thought it was the Jap version of Finally with a different, because the bonus track we got in the UK was, what was the bonus track?
On the Floor.
Yeah, and Japan got a different bonus track.
Confused with Rodney Jerkins track, Confused. Right. That would have made my top 2 as well. So Don't Leave Me remix by Guy, Goodbye Love. That would have made my number 1.
On the Floor sounds terrible now. Sounded all right back then. I listened to it again. I was like, oh, dearie me, sounds terrible. Yeah, just hasn't aged well at all. Anyway.
So, guys, what we do, when I'm saying guys, I'm talking about the viewers. So, what we normally do is we're going to rank our top 12 from 12 down to 1. The rule was we had to make sure that it was an even battle. So, you have 6 from the Finally album and 6 songs from the Guy 3 album, and then we make our top 12. I thought I was saying, hey, should we do a top 16? And I'll do a top 10. So it felt like we were thinking that there were enough good songs on both albums to. Well, I think maybe the Finally album we didn't get as much love as expected. So I will start, then Stevie, VJ, and Andrew. And it'd be great if you think of 6 songs from both albums, rank them in the top 12, and then you start at number 12 down to 1. And I would say that I have changed my list maybe more than any other list.
Wow.
Because what I did is that and in fact, my number 1 was 10 times. I put them, just frozen again, or he's probably smoking a blunt. I don't know. What it could it be?
He's on the Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
He's on the Michael Bublé there.
He's brilliant at musical touches, I tell you.
Okay, I just thought you were trying to.
On the old Michael Bublé.
You pose like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just saying that my list changed. Even this morning driving. This morning I flipped some songs around. But at number 12, this song was number 7 yesterday morning, but it's gone down to number 12. I think at the time I hated it, but then listening to it now, I think I said, actually, it was a good production. The beats were good, and maybe it was just not ahead. It was ahead of his time, and maybe I just didn't like the video, and that is Boyfriend Girlfriend.
Wow.
I think it was a waste of Janet's. I think the video was just a video, and it probably doomed the song. And the fact that it cost $1 million at that time, it was videos to be made, and it was one of the worst. So I think I put this on the list because I think production-wise, I thought it just sounded like, wow, this is a nice beat and everything. So that's my number, Boyfriend Girlfriend. And I recently saw a video of Janet performing that at one of her new shows recently.
Wow.
Well, when she was doing her tour, and maybe I don't know where it was, but she was performing the song, her voice parts of it and stuff. So she made people the set list, but she did perform it, so she did appreciate it. Yeah, Stevie.
After going back through that Blackstreet album, finally, I found it so hard to find 6 songs that I actually like on this album anymore. I'm stunned.
Wow.
4 tracks that I like, yes. 5, maybe 4.5, 5, just about 5. My 5th one was even. I don't even remember listening to it much, but it sounds all right now. But I've started at number 12, and this is how desperate it was getting. I've gone for the Blackstreet interlude at number 12. The one, is it Little Mo? I know it sounds like Little Mo. It sounds amazing. That actually sounds, the start of it and her singing sounds incredible. Then it goes into that really bad Jackson's cover version, which is horrendous. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, oh dear, that's terrible. But the interlude, what an incredible start to the album. That interlude, amazing.
The fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an internet. So it was Can You Feel It, but intro. So it was a double.
No, take the Can You Feel It bit out. I'm talking the bit before it, about a minute and a half. It builds up and then there's a girl singing and then it winds down and then Can You Feel It comes in. That bit there is bliss, is heaven. Not just that bit
there. Okay. VJ, what about you?
So mine, I had this song much further up, but I've got a feeling that none of you. I don't think I'm allowed to submit this song. It's one of those ones that I've just tried to finagle in there.
No, it's cheating again. It's cheating.
It's a Veed special, trying to slip one past Namdi.
Special edition. Special
you won't notice. So I was going to put On the Floor in my list, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna leave that out because it was on the album, but it wasn't, as somebody pointed out, it was a hidden track. So I'm gonna go with the Janet Jackson Blackstreet track "Girlfriend Boyfriend" at number 12. I think for what that track represented, Janet Jackson and Blackstreet and Teddy Riley at that moment in time, it should have been massive. It should have been, and I don't think the song lived up to that level of expectation. It's not a bad song, don't get me wrong. It's a decent song, but the creators of that song warranted a bigger track, and I don't think that was it. So unfortunately, the Casey and Sunshine Band sampled "I Get Lifted" track is at number 12 for me.
Yeah.
Wow, this is going to be a very interesting show.
So you agree with Namdi then?
I do, 100%. Namdi is on the money.
I think I'm the only finally fan in here.
No. If you see the final list, I think you're going to find it interesting. You're going to find that really interesting, dude.
All right, cool. So, yeah, I'll reserve my comments for boyfriend, girlfriend later. My number 12 is actually Love Online. I remember my guy. And I remember just that whole Y2K era. I'm like, this is a testament to how to make your song dated. Right? Because like now when you listen to that song, it just sounds so like email me. Like what? Like what? It's so terrible. And there's so many other songs that used to do, like Prince, God bless him, but Prince had a song called like Email, and then he had another song called My Computer. I actually like My Computer, but it's just kind of like, it's just when you listen to the lyrics, it almost shows how you didn't really totally grasp like what the internet was, but you just wanted to, like, I don't know, whatever, man. But Love Online is like, it's just quaint, and yeah, I just can't do it. So anyway, Love Online's number 12. But I will say it was at least, what's the word I'm looking for? Forward thinking, because now so many people do date online through dating apps. I don't think even dating apps existed at that point. It was just kind of like, what's your email address? Can I email you? Like, so anyway, on a Saturday night, sitting on the computer on a Saturday night, dude. You're like, Saturday night, like, like it's just. Anyways, all right. So that's that.
But I think what you said there, I think Love Online was an interesting song because, and I can talk about it now because it definitely didn't make my list anywhere. But with that in mind, I think it was indicative of the time. It seems very sweet and innocent now, if you know what I mean. Like, it seems like, oh, let's make a song about online dating. It was so sweet in 99, 2000. You know what I mean? And I kind of thought that was cool at the time. It was a Damien track, and hearing him on the lead vocals, I thought was very cool. And it's not a bad song at all. It's not a bad song at all.
It made my list.
Strangely, it's ahead of its time, but it's cringe at the same time. It was ahead of it. I liked it back then. I did.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
Me too. Definitely, 100%.
Listen to it now. I'm like, I was just cringing. I'm like, I can't do it. I just cannot do it.
So I just looked and saw that Boyfriend Girlfriend is the 29th most expensive music video of all time.
What?
It's the estimate now is 2.8 million.
So there were two videos that came out at that time. One was $1 million, and another one was $2 million. They came out at the same time.
At the time when it came out, it was 1.5 million in 1999. 1.5 million. So they didn't. That was the big thing. They used 3D graphics. It was you invest in such a rubbish video. They didn't utilize their biggest asset, which was Janet Jackson. Show her dancing with her dancers and performing, and then Janet fans are watching Janet, but she was barely in there. Take away the rappers and just do more of that stuff. Anyway, let me go back to number 11 for me. I think the remix versions of this song were so much better, and I'm thinking, why didn't they just do that one? And that is About You from the Finally album. And if I got, I didn't get the CD, but I got the single, but I got the Japanese promo, and they had two different versions. They had a Quiet Storm mix, and then they had the one that All I Do, Steve's version of it, and it was very much upbeat and party stuff. And I'm like, this is so much better than what they put out. And that if they had put this out, it would have jumped to it. And so sometimes I don't understand this sense of save it for the remix, because if the remix is better than the original, then put the remix out. As Father MC said, they did over 70 versions of Do For You, and then they just got one of, and Mary was on one of the remixes, and that became the lead single. But it was supposed to be Dave Hollister instead doing a Mary was on the remix, and they put that version out, and the rest is history. Should have done that with this song, but on the album I did like it a little bit. So at number 11.
Wow, he's two big hits already, old Namdi. Big hits, man.
Yeah, David was saying the Finally remixes were much better than the album version, and for me that wasn't. Was there a remix of Girlfriend Boyfriend?
Oh, some incredible mixes. They were great. Really?
Better than the original?
Find them? Didn't you mind? Did you not like them?
I remember getting them, but I didn't listen to them much.
But better than the original for me.
I need to go back and listen.
The Grand Jury mixes. Who is it? Gerald Bailey-Joe and Victor Merritt did the remixes. I think they were better than the original.
Well, guess what? Number 11. I picked another Blackstreet song. I really struggled again. This is a song that I just didn't really listen to back then, but it actually sounds all right now. It has kind of, because it's a mellow track, it's kind of stood the test of time a bit better. And I've gone for I'm Sorry at number 11. I admit, I just didn't listen to it a lot back then, but it sounds all right now. And like you say, 12 and 11, we could have wiped it off for me. We could have started at number 10, but we started at 12, and so be it. But I'm Sorry, just to fill up the chart, has made my number 11. Nice track. It is a nice track.
It's a solid track. I think vocally it's really good.
That's what got it for me.
So my number 11, as I said just a little while ago, it was used in Michael Jackson's Shout. I don't think it's a particularly great song, but I like it. There is something that works really well about it. There's something about the hypnotic nature of its beat, and it works.
M. Mac is hilarious. All right, go
ahead. So my number 11 is Guy, Do It.
Oh, I love that track.
Which song?
And it's
it's a fantastic track
with background vocals by Antoine Dickey and Teddy White.
I'm surprised you put it down at number 11. Very surprised.
Which song?
Do It.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's on your number 11. That very surprised.
Is this one of Teddy's rapping? Got to do it.
Yes.
There's a video for it. There is a video for it.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a video for Do It.
Wow, that's an absolute banger, that track. What are you doing?
You are going to love the video. You're going to watch that on loop, mate. I promise you. It's a great video.
Awesome.
If Guy had more of that stuff, that kind of energy that they were creating with their videos, man, that would have been cool. But anyway, Do It, number 11 for me.
Wow.
All right. So my number 11 is actually another Guy track. You're going to see a trend here, Mother Evers. And this song is 2004. And the reason why 2004 actually has cachet with me is when I actually made the website for NJS Forever, the forum was actually made in 2004. I remember racing the clock. It was December 2003 when I set up like the PHPB stuff and everything, and then like this has to drop in 2004. It has to, and then sure enough, I think January, I don't know, maybe it was January 4th. Like the forum went live. So I just felt like that song was almost saying, hey, in 2004, the New Jack Swing thing will live on. And somehow, like, the universe said, hey, Andrew, if you want to build this ship, do it. So that's why I picked 2004 back then. And last but not least, 2004 sounded super futuristic in 2000. And it reminds me of Prince. It reminds me of Prince in 1999. I feel like he was trying to capture a little bit of that too. So there it is, number 11, 2004.
I thought 2004 we were gonna have flying cars or something like that.
I legitimately thought that this morning, man. I literally thought flying cars, like, and here we are with the internet, 2025. But yeah, it sounded super futuristic.
I totally see the Prince connection though, and I see why you picked it. It's a nice song. It's a really nice song.
2004. Okay. Yeah, it would be if you do see the video, if you share it, because I don't think I've seen that. Let me get back to my playlist now for top 10, and I think this was a Guy album. A Guy, yes. Yes.
The video might have been, I've just remembered, it might have been on the enhanced copy of Guy 3. It might have been a feature on the CD. I think so.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Jojo Man was saying that it was in the middle of the dance video. Yeah. Okay. Number 10 for me. I think it was interesting to find out how this song was made, and it was a little bit higher, but then on the balance of things, I came down slightly. And it's an autobiography song. Why you want to keep me from my baby? Yeah. I mean, Aaron is singing it like, man. It's true, but I'm surprised he didn't write it. I thought he wrote this because it sounded like he was properly singing.
Tony Rich,
but I was
right?
so
Tony
sad.
Rich.
Yeah, Tony Rich. Yeah, so Tony said that Teddy had the hook and the music, the chorus, like the chorus and the music, and said Tony write the lyrics. So Tony wrote all the lyrics, but Teddy would keep him for my baby and the whole music. So that he wrote to it. When the video came out on BET and I was watching it, and I saw Aaron pulling in by himself, I'm thinking, where's Teddy? Oh my goodness, is this it? As soon as I didn't see the rest of them in the video, I just thought, oh, why? I mean, Dancing was number 5 on the Billboard 100. It was the highest charting song ever in their history. And now they're following up with a slow jam. Only Aaron's shown up in the video. And I thought, oh, goodness gracious. But anyway, it's one of those songs, the staying power, As I Miss You, and other tracks. And I don't think it should have been the second single. I think there are other songs that would have been better. And I think it sent mixed message to. Maybe there was some dance. I don't know if it was the kind of song that really was going to be an enduring hit based on the subject matter and stuff. So Why You Want to Keep It For My Baby is number 10 for me.
If I may jump in, Namdi, that's exactly it. I think that the subject matter is what killed the song. Because I literally thought to myself, well, a couple things. David, you're right. I remember reading about the Guy 3 album in Vibe, and they talked about Gloria Velez, and they called out the song as having really good vocals. And I do think Aaron's vocals on that track, especially at one point, he goes like, "My baby boy," like it's just like soul into this track. It's amazing, right? But can you think of another song about custody, child custody, that's been a big hit? Like it's too messy of a subject because you don't know. Okay, well, what did you do to get yourself in this position? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's too icky, you know. And anyway, it's the subject matter, but the vocals and everything else was great.
Yeah.
But the subject matter killed it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. So I think it just I didn't enjoy it at the time. I've appreciated it now. It's a quirky type of song. You don't have many dads singing about it like that. I think if they'd had a different subject matter, like that's why I Miss You was such a big hit, because it just felt like everyone can, that bereavement stuff, and we can all connect with that. I think, yeah. Anyways, number 10 for me. But you're right, it was vintage Aaron Hall, and that was great to hear him sing with his emotions. Baby Mama Drama with Dave Hollister. Did that one do well?
That was brilliant. I love that song. I thought that was a really good single.
But was it a commercial hit? That's my
no. You're right. No. Just for my ears, I don't.
Billie Jean. Well, Billie Jean was like about stalkers, and he was like, "Man, I don't know who she is, man." So I think that was a very different.
And that's not custody, man. It's just like I'm talking about my kid, your kid, tug of war, like.
Yeah. Poor child, yeah. Stevie.
I must apologise this evening, viewers. I'm feeling like the AOR rock group Foreigner. I'm feeling cold as ice. Cold and all bummed up. But looking back to the late 90s, I was still in my Grace Jones vibe. I was still nightclubbing, doing a bit of the old bit of the old what was it called, Eddie? The Electric Avenue vibe. Eddie, what was it called?
Eddie Grant.
Eddie Grant, I'm gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Yeah. So for me, girlfriend, boyfriend, I was hearing it in the clubs, doing a bit of dancing. Didn't mind that track. Had to put it somewhere because I do have memories of hearing it in a club and doing the old foot in the club. So number 10, Blackstreet, boyfriend, girlfriend. That'll do for me. Number 10.
Okay. I've just seen the Switch Beats version of it, and sounds really good.
Wasn't quite Let's Get Down to Electric Avenue, but I'll take it. Girlfriend. Diddle-a-da. It felt like a fast nursery rhyme, didn't it? Diddle-a-da. 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 Ba-ba-ba-ba. But I mean, yeah, that melody, it does stick in your head. It does stick in your head. I mean, it would have been better with a lot of rappers on it because they'd have murdered that 16-bar raps all the way through that. Diddle-a-da.
Oh, that's in all of our heads now, Stevie. Thank you so much for that little addition. We're not going to forget it now.
I think this is funny that Billie Jean was Maury Povich before time, not the father. You're not the father. You're the girl.
My number 10 featured vocals from another Teddy Riley group that never came out. 8th Avenue were on this song. 8th Avenue were signed to Little Man, and they had some songs called, what did they have? Tears of My Shadow was one song. I'll Be Good to You. What was the other tracks they had? Take It No More, Can't Take It No More, and You Stop Loving Me. And the song is
an album or what?
No, there was an album that didn't come out. So 8th Avenue did an album on Little Man. Teddy Riley had produced it. It just never came out.
How is it?
Who knows why they create this music and then just let it sit on the shelves for nobody to ever listen to? Who knows what the logic is there?
That's like going back to our boxes of long lost CDRs that we'd make back then, VJ.
Yeah, loads. Yeah, exactly. So my number 10, and this is in no way an indictment of the song. This is a very, very good song. It's Blackstreet, I'm Sorry. So that's my number 10.
I didn't know it featured vocals from 8th Avenue. You've come out with a Dropping the knowledge there. Dropping the knowledge.
It is interesting. It is interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They were on a Teddy Wiley track that was released. That's crazy.
Wow. Okay. Andrew.
All right. So my number 10 is notable because it's the first time Blackstreet appears on my list.
Wow.
So yeah, so you guys see where I'm going with this. And this song, I'm guarded when it comes to, I'm big on associations. So if I like a song, but something bad or something negative happens while that song is playing or whatever, it'll tarnish the song. So I remember first hearing this song and going, it kind of reminds me of a little Stevie Wonder with a little harmonica towards the end. And yes, the song is sweeter than saccharin. It's like a saccharin, sappy, corny song, but it also sounds pure. And the song was called A Rush. And A Rush was also very kind of boy bandy. And at that point in '99, that was actually selling records. So I'm like, if you want to compete and sell records, you got to have a sweet song like All My Life by Casey and JoJo that can actually cross over and make you a whole bunch of money. I bet you that's their biggest hit ever, you know, and money matters. I'm sorry. I mean, yes, it's more about the money. There's more important things than money, but you need money to keep the lights on, have your hits, and then do your real shit, and then like balance, right? Anyway, my girlfriend at the time hated In a Rush. Do you know why she hated it? She hated the lyrics. Sometimes I cry, but I can't tell you why. I feel what I feel inside. She's like, what? You can't tell me why you love me? Man, F you, out, you know? So for me, I remember thinking to myself, like, lyrically, they were slacking. Like, they should have come up with better words, because you have to think about your target audience. And your target audience might be women, and the women might actually care about the lyrical content. So when you write, it came over me in a rush, but I can't tell you why. And actually, it's a hit, I can't tell you why. And it's just kind of like, it ruined the song. It was like you were almost there, but you didn't quite stick the landing. So even though the song is tarnished for me, it still made my list as the first Blackstreet song on my top 10.
And I can't remember what it sounds like. Cannot even remember what it sounds like.
It has Stevie's harmonica on it. And I did think, you know, Eric Clapton types, you know, that kind of song that
Change the World.
Yeah, Change the World. It could have been, but could they have done? And I wonder if they would have gone, if they had gone Stevie to actually sing a hook or something like that, and just not, and then they used just have him on playing his harmonica at the back.
They could have had him singing.
I think they missed a bit. Yeah, if he could play the harmonica, he could have taken a verse or so.
Did you know that Stevie Wonder appeared on a Julio Iglesias album?
We do now. Which one?
Yeah, I found the album in a chart. I thought I'll take it. It was in a challenge shop. CD. Julio Iglesias with Stevie Wonder. I thought I'll try this.
I forgot. He actually is on an NSYNC song too. It's called Someone Like You. And Stevie was just collecting all the checks back in '99 or 2000. Some Korean boy band, I guess, covered In a Rush, by the way. So I think that's pretty, you know. Yeah, I can look it up.
Yeah, you know, Teddy was one of the first to go out and do the K-pop stuff back in that time.
And Max on his second drink. He's had two swift halves.
But Andrew, you've said something fantastic there. Very interesting, and I never thought of it like that. So thank you for sharing that. What Blackstreet must have been trying to do was to create a song like that, which was for that commercial crossover. And now that you've said that, that makes absolute sense. And Marco's mentioned it was a Warren Campbell Baby Dub co-production, that blows my mind. Like when you have producers combining as well, like Warren Baby Dub Campbell and Teddy Riley on the same track, my brain cannot process that. That is too cool for me. That's
and Warren said it was to him was a great honor that Teddy to add to that, add his vibe to it. Number 9 for me was I think the song that sounded like a Blackstreet track, and this is a Guy 3 album. But what I liked about a lot of the songs on this album is that if I was to rate it as an album that had the collective involved, I would put this up above the other Future album. If it's based on the collective, the fact that all three of them are singing, and it was Aaron and Teddy and stuff. Um, but as I said, this is the song from Guy that sounded like a Blackstreet track more than anything, and it's telling me. And so this was almost Teddy going back to that production vibe with it. But I did like Damon starts it off. You bring in Aaron, and then Damon sings a little bit, and then Aaron closes it off. Yeah, so that's number 9 for me. Telling me more.
And Namdi, there's an interesting comment there by Big O2K, and I think that's spot on. It's like having Andre 3000 having a feature of him playing the flute. That is exactly right. That's it.
I remember Stevie's on this album. It's almost like everyone backed out. It's like, Mary, Stevie, okay, I'll just play the harmonica, but I ain't singing on this album. It's like, why? What's the point of featuring Stevie if he's not going to sing?
But then Stevie would argue he's arguably one of, if not the best harmonica player ever. He's just incredible harmonica.
Yeah, but if we did, Teddy could have just played the piano or something. We needed to hear Stevie sing it something. And probably he could have co-written.
Yeah.
And added some more flavor to it. I mean, think about the Black. He had Leon Silvers III to bring in, credibility with the writing and co-production. You had
good point.
That whole vibe in there, and then with, in some of these tracks, it was just, I don't know what. It almost felt like they rushed it out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They had 2 years from another. Anyway, everyone else is And at this point in time, Neptunes had left because they were like, he had production record deals for them to be released, and he put Queen Pen first. She jumped the queue, and so everyone else got pushed back. So put in who's the boy? Little kid. Mark Miller.
David Miller.
Then he wanted to push not a button. And that video was all Puffy inspired suits, and it just was like, what's going on? So he pushed those three ahead of Tammy Lucas and the Neptunes and 911. So they jumped the queue, and when they didn't fall, But anyway, I don't want to get into trouble before Guy 2.0 decide not to come on the show. Okay. Who's next?
Number 9 for me is my first entry from Guy. Originally, it was going to be Love Online, and then I looked at which Guy track had not made it, and I thought, I can't leave that Guy track out for Love Online, even though I did like that track back then, and it does sound really cheesy now. I couldn't leave Teddy's Jam 3 out. It wasn't as innovative as the first two, but I still like it. It's still like a tribute to Roger. It's got the vocoder in. It's not as good as the other two, but I still played it a lot back then. I still don't mind it. And it's the back end of my chart. So, Guy, Teddy's Jam 3, continuing the tradition, is there for me. It's made my chart anyway. Respectable 9.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice that you've included it, because I couldn't listen to it back then, man.
Same.
I couldn't do it. Think about it. Think about it, right? You had Guy Teddy's Jam off the first album. Oh my God, how good was that song?
I know.
And every mix of that, insane. And then Teddy followed it up 2 years later or so with Teddy's Jam 2, and he's just taking it to another level.
Yeah, he did.
Unintended. And then Teddy's Jam 3, it's just it felt like 2 lazy samples. But then I heard that this week, and I agree with what you said. I know what you mean. It sounds okay. It sounds better to me in 2025 than it did when it came out, because I hated that song when it came out.
I will.
In my head, I didn't get it.
Yeah. Which is the best Teddy's Jam for you guys?
Ooh. Yeah, two's incredible.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my my favorite one. Two's my favorite one. And they came out,
It's good, right? It's so good.
Was it 4?
Yeah, there was a Teddy Jam 4 on something. What was it on? I can't remember what it was. It was.
Don't tell me it was on the. Was it on the Black Rock one?
No, Teddy Jam 4. Where did it come out? I think maybe these guys can remember. I can't remember where we heard it, but it was bad. That was Teddy Jam 3 is amazing compared to Teddy Jam 4. I'll just say that as well.
It's like you got the movie Jaws. You got Jaws 1, which is a classic. Then you got Jaws 2, which is really, really good. And then you get Jaws 3, and you're like, what is going on? Jaws 3, and then Jaws 4. Oh my gosh, Jaws 4. Jaws 4, dearie me. What a shocker.
He said it was this one to Aaron and Chauncey. Did you? I can't remember. Was that on Black Rock then? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Emma is hilarious with that Beverly Hills 3 comment. That is just so funny, man. That's too funny, man.
Oh man, crying.
It was just a repeat. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, read it.
We are going to get, with this guy 2.0, we are going to get a Teddy's Jam 4 or 5. Then aren't we? We're going to get one, surely.
But yeah. Let's see. Hopefully, Teddy can do it. He's got it in his head. Tap into proper Teddy, man. My number 9 is Someday, and I think it's an interesting song. Firstly, I love the way that this song feels. It has the great vocals. It has fantastic vocals by Aaron. You got Teddy doing his thing. Incredible production. And this is one of the songs that actually feels like a Guy song, if that makes sense. Because a lot of this album felt like it was trying to fit into the time. And Someday wasn't like that. And obviously, co-written by Donny Hathaway. Fantastic. I really like Someday. Really good.
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah. I was going to say, it is the Donny Hathaway track in it. Is it just like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a day.
Someday we'll all be free, all that. Like, it was like, it was, I liked it. Funny you mentioned that, by the way, Stevie. Now I gotta say it. My first 3 Amazon reviews ever. First one was 1999. It was Janet Jackson's, it was like the remix album from Control. Second one was Donny Hathaway's Greatest Hits. And the third was Guy 3. So anyway, you're taking me back. It was like January 2000. All right. So my number 9 is a surprising entry, and I apologize profusely to VJ. I turned in an original list, and this song wasn't on there. But I was on one of my walks yesterday, and I'd always skipped it because the thing is, back in 99 and 98, all this Latin stuff was coming out, like where it was like, if you guys remember that song, How Deep Is Your Love? It was the first single from the second Drew Hill album. It was also on the, anyway, I think it was,
Rush Hour.
Thank you, Rush Hour 2 soundtrack. And so I heard, as soon as I heard that little ding, 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 whatever, I'm like, oh God, skip. But I let it play. Do you miss me, baby? Like, do you drive me crazy? God? And I was just kind of like, this is actually pretty good, right? But it's dated as hell. I mean, it's like, you can't play it now. Like, that is straight up like from then. But as I listened, I issue not. I used to always say Teddy was a trailblazer until about 95, 96. And all of a sudden he started following trends. But somebody copied Teddy. And I realized if you listen to Fiesta by R. Kelly, he totally ripped this from Don't You Miss Me. I listened to Fiesta right afterwards. And I'm like, holy crap, the remix. And I'm like, this is Do You Miss Me? And or Don't You Miss Me? If Don't You Miss Me had Aaron and Damien on that track, that could have been a hit. I'm sorry. Because I feel like Teddy was in his swagger bag. He was in his like, want to get with you / my fantasy. Like, I'm the man, come over with Teddy, and then they're just backing him up. It was pretty good. So it was like off my list. Telling Me No was number 12, but it got bumped off by Don't You Miss Me by Guy. So yeah, man, that was like, and one more thing. every album I think has to have a song that's not like any other, right? So with Janet, it was I guess this song, Son of a Gun. Son of a Gun sounds nothing like the other songs on that album, and Don't You Miss Me sounds nothing like all the other songs. It's almost like what's his name? Cisco could have done it. You know, it sounds the most up to date at the time. All right, thank you for listening.
Interesting thing about that song, you had Terrell Phillips on backing vocals. The new vocalist for
yes,
isn't that fascinating? Like Blackstreet are all over Guy 3. I'm just going to say that. So
does Terrell have any? Does Terrell have any like standout moments on Finally? Because I'm trying to like, or is he more of a background singer?
He did. I'm Sorry. He was the one. He the lead singer on I'm Sorry.
Beautiful. In that case, then I have mad respect for you, Terrell. Okay.
And Misery and the Misery interlude. That was him.
Okay. And he does have a solo album out. Pretty hard to get hold of now, but
because it's hard to distinguish between him and Chauncey. That's why I had a hard time distinguishing who. For me, I'm sorry. I was thinking it might be Chauncey, but if it's Terrell,
no, Chauncey. Yeah, Chauncey didn't hit those. Yeah, so those Misery and I'm Sorry was Terrell.
Thank you.
Yeah,
cool.
So number 8 for me is. It was a song that at first I was surprised that it was on the album, but it brought back great memories. It doesn't matter if you're black or white. I'm in black and white, but I make love in color. Matisse couldn't paint another picture. That's a Chauncey. You could hear Chauncey in his soulful type of vibe. He won't. He can't hit the heights of Terrell. But I thought it was a nice little vibe, and then you have with Teddy on the on his vocoder with the chorus, and I'm like, okay, this is very nostalgic kind of stuff. So. Yes, I dream in black and white, but I make love in color. Nice little vibe for me. So that made number 8 for me.
Well, it's an interesting track. That I didn't include it, but it's an interesting.
Yeah, nice choice, man. Nice to hear you include it. Very nice.
Artie said black and white is in my bedroom mix. Did they have a? No, as I said, it was only Think About You that they had the. All I do is to think about you, and that's Terrell singing that remix version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Terrell singing the remix version.
Sounds great.
Yeah, but they didn't have black and white. I did prefer that one. Yeah. So anyway, Stevie.
I've gone for another Blackstreet track at number 8, so this will be my 4th Blackstreet. Bizarrely. This doesn't sound like a Blackstreet track. It sounds like a Kirk Franklin, something off a Kirk Franklin album.
Yes.
It's a really good track, though. Really fantastic gospel track. And I've gone for the title cut. Finally, I thought, what a very strong piece of gospel. This, that's got to be, definitely got to be in there. I mean, it's ahead of Teddy's Jam 3 and Girlfriend and Boyfriend, but it does sound like a Kirk Franklin record.
Hezekiah, now. This was the very strange times of the 90s where you'd start talking about cheating and sleeping and all that stuff, and then you close up the album with a gospel. And I'm thinking, what if I'm not a Christian, or what if I'm having to listen to a gospel song and it just sounded. It was common. Everyone ends an album with a gospel song. Even In Vogue did it on theirs. Bless you, thank you, God, and everything.
Man, Baby Oil had a song called "Best Friend" on his Forever album, and it was just like, Lord, you always be my best friend, and it sampled Christopher Cross's "Sailing." It was a thing,
Did you say Baby Oil then?
No, but he kept that on the dolo. No, I'm playing. But for real though, it was like.
Have you seen them little skits on IG where I think they got the Meta Ray-Bans on and they go to the supermarket counter and they put some baby oil on the counter and then a cucumber. Have you seen any of them? That's all they're buying, and some magnums, a cucumber, and some baby oil.
Well, I feel terrible now, but I didn't want to derail. But I'm just saying, like everybody had a gospel one, and like the Lord is real. Like that was cool, but then it just bad. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it just felt sweet. But yeah, at the end of every R&B album, they'll put a little gospel track on it, and yeah. So I mean, this is proper. Yeah, you have Washington and the whole thing.
And Love Fellowship were on there as well, so that it's a proper gospel tune.
Yeah. Anyway, goodness. Okay.
My number 8.
Yes.
Yeah. My number 8 was and this guy's a friend of mine, and I've worked with him a couple of times, so it was lovely to see that he had a track on this Finally album. DeVell Bo McKenzie, lovely guy, co-written by him, Eric Williams, Dwight Grant, Sherry Blair, who also co-wrote Tell Me What You Like, Mucho and Chauncey. It's I Got What You Want. That's my number 8. I like it.
I like it too. Yeah.
The thing I think about the song, it was beat heavy, and it didn't. Yeah. Is that what with Beanie Siegel?
Yes.
Yeah, Beanie Siegel. I was listening to it today, and I thought he sounds so bad. You mentioned it earlier, Namdi. It sounds badly like Jay-Z. Badly.
Yeah.
A lot
Makes
like.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a ghostwriter, but you can tell that Blackstreet featured on his Miami
City's Mine.
The City Mine. So I can imagine. I'm surprised. Maybe Foxy Brown was supposed to be on Boyfriend Girlfriend because they featured on that stuff. Yeah, so bringing in Eve and Ja Rule, who weren't known or anything like that. Yeah.
And that is interesting. You mentioned The City Is Mine. I didn't rate it so much back in the day, but that has grown on me so much. The City Is Mine is amazing.
It's a nice chorus.
Really lovely song. Really good.
And is that Middleton kind of leading on that chorus? I mean, or at least I don't know. But either way, it's a good song. That was the Middleton era, if you will, when they did that song.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Andrew.
My number 8 is it's the second appearance by Blackstreet. I'll keep it short because I want to keep the ball rolling. But it is indeed Think About You. I want to say that was on one of the movie soundtracks. Maybe it was The Wood or The Best Man, one of them. But it was a good song. I remember lyrically that passed the vibe test. I remember it was like my girlfriend's younger brother was like, I love that song because when you're really about a girl and like everything you do, you think about her. Like he's like, that's my jam. I'm like, okay, cool. So I feel that's why that song, that might have been like Blackstreet's kind of, no, Deep was probably their last hit, but that was one of their last hits. I would say commercially. Think About You.
Yeah. No, what was it? Wazoo.
Oh no, you're playing, right?
You said that I started twitching, man.
No, it was but it was the last single with a video. They released some other ones. Oh, The Wood. Brandon said it was The Wood. Yeah, The Wood was a beautiful album. Back then we had the movies. Okay, think about it. Top track. All right, number 7 for me. I don't know. If I was to pick the parts of this track that I like, it would have been the second part, and I thought this would. I'd like what he did with the sample. Gotta get with the music, give the people what they want. Can't you feel it? I like the rap in it as well. I like how they just use the can you feel it? Then it just kept going, and his little raps in it, and I can understand what they were rapping about, and I could have seen him doing a nice little video in there with some dances, and then just rising up. I think my only disappointment was I expected the "Can you tell me how to get to Blackstreet," the Sesame Street intro. So when I didn't get that, there was a sense of oh my goodness, what's this new intro? But Can You Feel It? I did like it, and so it made number 7. I moved it around quite a bit, but I did like that part. So that's Can You Feel It at number 7.
Nice.
I could just see a music video of everyone dancing and just, they could wear their puffy bright lights, yellow suits if they wanted to. But I thought that would have been a good one. No, not too many people agree with that, but hey, that's me.
I'll just jump in. I gotta jump into your defense on this one. I feel like, I mean, I'm sorry, but the Triumph album and that live album, that dun, 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 sorry, that's goated. Like, you can't, like, that is just the most dopest ish. And I feel like to have included that even back then, I don't know. I just think it was genius. And to connect it right before Janet comes on, but we'll get to that. But anyway, I'm just like, it was a celebration of the Jacksons, and he produced Dangerous. I mean, he has a right to use it. I liked it.
DA23, you're right. I forgot about that. The Charlie Baltimore track that Teddy did. You're right. Feel It. That was the same track.
Okay, Stevie.
This track reminds me of mid 2000s on the NGS3 forum, and there was three debates they were just so popular. One debate was, is there going to be a new Guy album this year? The other debate was, is there going to be a new Blackstreet album this year? And probably the most popular debates on the forum was Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall debate was just legendary. We're absolutely the Aaron Hall debates with Stephen Rogers, the Boot Knocker. Oh, they went on forever. They just, and this track, Guy, Why You Want to Keep Me From My Bait, just reminds me of all those endless debates we had about Aaron Hall and what was going on with him. And I think at one point, some of Aaron Hall's, they actually read the debates and they all got a bit upset and it all got a bit, but yeah, just Why You Want to Keep, probably because it was so dramatic. Such a, an old vocally, he really over-egged the cake, didn't he? He put far too many eggs in the old pot, didn't he, and stirred them up. But yeah, number 7, Guy, Why You Want to Keep Me From. I like that track. So it's and I liked all them Aaron Hall debates we had back then, if you remember. Stephen Rogers and Boot and everybody. Dave, he's gone to sleep now anyway. He'll be. I thought I'll give him a shout. I know he's gone to sleep. So we wake up tomorrow, he'll be turning the podcast back on to find out what we're through. So there you go. And then Mac will be just getting his third drink will be coming out now. Third drink, old M Mac there. And old Prairie Dog will be singing a prayer. He'll be singing on the prairie there as he goes there. Yes.
My number 7. I remember when this I was driving. The version that's on this album, it's a Guy track, just so that you know. The version that's on this album is a remix of the original version that was on the Wild Wild West soundtrack. Now, Matt White did an amazing show in the UK, and he said there's a new Guy song coming out. The last Guy song I'd heard before that was Tell Me What You Like. So for me, as a big Guy fan, it was excitement overload. I was like, I need to pull over. I need to focus on this. Forget everything else that's going on. I need to hear this Guy song properly. And that was the Wild Wild West version of The Best. This version is different. This one samples Wu-Tang Clan's Shame on Her, and it's from 1993. Written by Albert Charles, Jack Knight, Teddy Riley, co-produced by Big Yams. I like it, and it's not as good as the one on Wild Wild West, but I like it.
I forgot about Wild Wild West. That Wild West was really good, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. And the Wild Wild West soundtrack also had the other track by the other group, Blackstreet, that was also meant to be on Finally, which was Confused, the Teddy Riley and Rodney Jerkins track. So that was the Wild Wild West connection. The Best, number 7 for me.
The Best? On which?
Best, the song, The Best.
Which
it's on Wild Wild West soundtrack with
the original version of The Best is on the Wild Wild West soundtrack. Completely different from this guy. Completely different.
Yeah, we're talking about Guy 3 album.
And I said I like the Guy 3 LP version, the one that's on here, which is the remix, which is on Guy 3. That's my.
But yeah, I don't see the best on here.
Yeah, there's no best on there.
It's on here. It's on this. It's on this. I promise you, it's on here.
No, I believe you, but it's funny too because the one on Apple Music doesn't have Teddy's Jam 3. So even though I feel bad, because like I was with you, Beach, I was very deeply upset when I heard Teddy's Jam 3. So I didn't even bother like listening to it now because I can't.
Who's that guy on the NGS3 Facebook forum that keeps wanting Teddy's Jam 3 to go on the Apple?
Oh yeah, Benny something.
Yeah,
he loves it. But Namdi, it's like, do you know that song? What's that?
Yeah. It's not on streaming. Juju Man just basically.
Johnny Gill. Let's Just Run Away. Now the Mo Money soundtrack. If you look at Mo Money soundtrack on Apple or Spotify, that's not on there.
Wow.
But
at least it'll show it as dark.
Let's Just Run Away is on the soundtrack.
Right. At least with Let's Just Run Away, it's dark. It's there. It's in the listing, but you just can't click on it.
Yes.
And Teddy's Jam 3 is like that, but the best is not on here even that way. It's so weird.
So that's even weird.
My CD, I still have the CD that I bought from the States, and the best was on the soundtrack, but not on the album.
Maybe it was only on the UK release. Who knows?
Hold on, was it called something else, VJ?
No, it's called The Best. It's track 2. I promise you, it's on there.
Yeah,
we have it.
It's definitely my CD. Maybe we've got a different CD. Yeah.
We just discovered something new. Brandon doesn't have it either. I do think it's a US.
Yeah, it must be a UK thing. The European Special Edition.
We don't have any. But it's okay.
Now I'm curious. I want to hear it. All right.
Okay.
Word up.
Another one of VJ's little,
No, that's not one of my things. That's not one of VJ's. It's on the album, dude. What the hell, man?
Okay.
It's funny. Namdi, like, I was just gonna let it slide, but then Namdi's like, "Oh hell no!"
No, I have the CD. I still have the original CD I bought in 2000 at home. So I'm like, I'm looking at it.
Me up, man. Deo, respect, man. The best on the album. He said it's on the CD.
Deo said he got it from YouTube, so he's on YouTube. But anyway, and as I said, I bought my CD in the US when I was still living there. So I don't.
Same.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew.
I remember watching the enhanced CD, watching the videos, grainy pixels. Anyway, all right. So my number 7 kind of goes like, dun, 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 dun. And the thing is, this song right here, you probably didn't know it by that terrible interpretation. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. It's Fly Away. My God, I don't remember hearing it back in 2000. So when I only discovered it on this re-listen, like this past week, and man, that ish skyrocketed all the way to number 7. I was like, this is different. I like it, and it just has a certain, there's energy to it. There's optimism to it. I could have seen a video for it. Yeah, Damien did his thing. It is officially probably my favorite Damien Hall song. Probably. Fly Away is at number 7 by Guy. I think that was solid, and yeah, I like it.
Did we make of Damien being trusted to sing more on this album? Did we appreciate how his what he brought, because it was very different from Aaron, and being able to get the blend of the three of them?
I did, and I'll tell you why. It hit me. This could be blasphemy, but I'm going to say it. Damien, to me, kind of reminded me like Alexander O'Neill. I feel like they have kind of similar vocal textures. And yeah, I mean, the way their voices sound, I was like, you know what? Damien's doing his thing on here. So I liked it. I had no complaints, personally.
I loved hearing him on the album. I just think this album, it wasn't,
Yeah, I think for me, being able to appreciate Aaron more because he was played off against Damien. Damien didn't try and sing like Aaron. He had a different tone. And allowed Aaron to come in with that church vocal and stuff like that. So for me, that's why I appreciated a lot of the songs that he was there. I think there was a difference if Guy 3 heavily, if they were all three staying together and promoted well, we could have appreciated a lot of the albums and the songs. but because the album did gold and everyone disappeared, it just felt like now we're rediscovering the album and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damien's a great vocalist. I mean, his solo album is so good. It's a really, and he worked with a young Brian McKnight then. Like nobody really knew who Brian McKnight was. Brian McKnight hadn't really blown up in '94 when that album came out. So Damien on this album, on a Guy album, was magic. I just don't think the quality was
the production.
as good as it wasn't on the same level as the last two, and that was the. I felt bad for him because he deserves more than that. Because Damien is a very good vocalist. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Number 6 for me. I think initially I didn't like it because the sample. It just felt almost like a copy. Instead of taking elements of it, it felt like it just took a whole song and just said, "Well, I'm just going to add some to it." But I think for nostalgia, hearing Aaron sing "Teddy Jam" for me, and he's doing a shake it baby with and Aaron is singing, and it was just like this is a Guy album. When they left in 1990, you thought you'd never see them again. And yes, we had the New York Undercover stuff, but the fact that they put out all the songs and you have Aaron singing, it almost felt like Aaron showed a lock and he's singing as Teddy's playing. It almost felt like there was a chemistry, the way they vibed on it. It was his favorite of the Teddy jams, but there was nostalgia. I appreciated it, so it moved around and got to me Teddy's Jam 3 with Aaron at his vocal best. Yes.
I'm loving seeing Teddy's Jam in 3 in this, only because I didn't like it before and I like it more now, but it still doesn't make my list. I love that you guys have included it. What I'm saying is it's nice that you guys have included it. I'm glad to see it.
Steve.
I keep getting this Blackstreet track that I picked mixed up with Janet. Because what was that track Janet did that Teddy produced in the mid?
I Get So Lonely.
I Get Lonely.
Yeah.
I Get So Lonely.
Remix.
Yeah, I think it's Get So Lonely, and then you kind of mix it in with Blackstreet. Think About It. I don't know. It sounds
Yeah,
a bit
I can see that. Think About You.
Yeah. So I've gone for that. I've gone for my 5th entry of Blackstreet. Number 6, I've gone for Think About It. I thought that's strong. That was one of the stronger songs on the album. That's an easy pick that I thought to put in the chart.
Does it Think About You?
Yeah, Think About You. Yeah, but it does remind me of that Janet track. Really,
yeah, it's because Timbaland did do some programming on that remix, I Get So Lonely, and it felt as if Teddy kind of went in that direction when he did Take Me There, and so he did just let me use this and stuff, but yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's a very memorable song that I think.
Yeah.
Good single. It could have been a bit bigger, but it's a number 6 anyway. Very, like I say, I can live with that in this chart. I can live with that Blackstreet. Even like I said, I've been struggling with this album, so I've only got one Blackstreet left now to pick from.
I think I've got 1, 2. I've got 2 more. All right, please.
My number 6 features rap vocals by Source Money. Teddy reused this on the same name track by a group called RPM 2000 featuring Teddy Riley in 2000. It's Yo Love. I like this song.
Yo Love.
And there's another group. What's that group? Blackmail. I think they've got a version of it's an album that was done with Teddy and Sprag Doogie that never came out. They've got another version. So there's 3 versions of Yo Love.
Mucho did a lot of that, he said.
Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, Mucho as well. Mucho's all over all of that.
I actually thought for a minute there was a time could this have been the lead single because it was a little bit No Diggity, but this was when the album came out. So when the album came out, I had I thought this would have been probably the better lead single. Bring the nostalgia to first, and then I had some of the other songs that would have been that could have helped move the album. I just think the singles they came out with, the two lead singles, just didn't have its But yeah. So that's but Sauce Money, I'm surprised they used him. It was almost like, what? Who else were they trying to get instead of Sauce Money? I mean,
and it's interesting. This is you're talking 99, right?
Mhm.
And Aaron did a track with Sauce Money in 97. So in that camp, there were 2 tracks with Sauce Money, which is interesting. Tell Me What You Like, I think it was. Aaron Hall's solo version. It's completely different from the Guy version, and that features Sauce Money, I believe.
I associated Sauce Money with Bad Boy because I think Sauce Money had a few features on one of his albums as well. So I'll just throw that out there. But You'll Love is absolutely, that almost made my list. I like that one. So my number 6 is indeed one that was already mentioned here. It's Black and White by Blackstreet. And I wish I was more like Beach in that I was always looking at who sampled what. But that song, the sample that is based on that song was used twice for a song called You Don't Have to Worry. The first You Don't Have to Worry was in an interlude on the Total album, and then from the first album, and then Tevin Campbell did it, as a track on Back to the World. And I always liked that, like I liked the music. So to finally kind of go, I'll dream in black and white, but I make love in colors, had me going, man, am I weird? Am I mute? I dream in color. So then finally, no pun intended, I posted a Facebook and I said, okay, how many of you guys dream in black and white versus color? And like everybody said color except one person said sepia. And I remember having a black and white dream and seeing Applesauce in Yellow one time, like when I was 2003. But anyway, sorry guys, I'm random like this. But apparently, I don't know, some people dream in black and white, but it certainly isn't me and the people that I know. If any of you in the comments dream in black and white, let us know. All right, that's it.
Okay, tough for me. Now, I would say maybe when this album came out, this was probably if we had done this 15 years ago or so when this album, I'm saying 15, 20 years, 25 years ago when this album came out, this song would have probably been either number 1 or 2, but it's still stayed at number 5. I don't know if you know the Whitney Houston challenge where they have to try and get the drum before, and there's a part of this song where when it stops, it has a break, and then Terrell comes in, and I'm right, but
Yes.
It's called I'm Sorry, and I've always said about how much I love Please Take Me Back, I'm sorry, don't leave me, and I thought it was definitely it was definitely up there. Now on there, they didn't add too much to it about singing in the background. They didn't add any harmonies. There was no recognizable, you didn't say like, oh, this sounds like Coco or stuff like that. But I think Terrell really gave his heart out when he was singing it. And yes, I would say, as I said, 5, 6, 10 years ago, it would have probably been number 1 or 2. But it's in the top 5, so I'm sorry about Blackstreet.
And actually, I apologize. Isn't that? I was thinking that little boom, and then he goes in. That are you sure that's not Misery? What you're talking about? Are you definitely talking about the I'm Sorry track?
No. Yeah. If you look him up, it says he stops, and then it's like,
oh, please fly. Okay, I got it. You're right.
And he comes in with
yes, you're right.
And I'm like, I always miss the timing.
Yes. All right, my bad.
I'm saying that. Yeah, that's. I miss the timing all the time. So, CV.
Thank you.
Tough fuck.
We're getting into the bit of the Guy album now for me where it's where it becomes magical, like the proper Guy that I know. And in this track, they use some of the production from Starpoint. I think it's "I Want You, You Want Me." There's like a noise. It's a keyboard noise. It's going through it. But the track I'm talking about is "Do It, Guy, Do It." And this noise is taken from that Starpoint track. And I thought, yeah, how many people would actually, the real hardcore New Jack fans would notice that follow his sound, would know where they've got that sound from. But
Wow.
yeah.
When
So he's used a bit of the old New Jack sound and put it in the new R&B sound, and I thought that dude was an absolute banger. Like I say, it should have been a single for me. Should have been a single.
Wow.
Was it pressed as a promo?
Who was rapping?
I think
There is. I did have a look on this. There is a double pack promo of the album.
No, for Do It. Is there a pressing of Do It?
I don't know.
I think there might be, but I think there might be.
But you think the promo 12 would just Do It on it?
It's got Do It, and it's got Telling Me No. It's an odd 12.
Wow.
It's got Do It and Telling Me No's on there. There is a 12-inch on there, I'm sure.
Oh, wow, I'll have to check that out. Look out for that.
Okay, great.
Number 5, the song was originally going to be called Think. That was the original title for this song. It's a cover of CB Wonder's All I Do off that he did on Hotter Than July. It's Think About You. I love the remixes to death. They are so good. But I like this original version. I like it. It's nice. My number 5 is Think About You.
Yeah, good try. Good choice.
And to keep the show rolling, my number 5 is actually Dancing by Guy. I thought it was a solid track, but there are songs I thought on the Guy album that were better, but it's still pretty high up there. So Dancing at number 5 will never... My top 5 are all songs that I would not skip ever. So we're in the real ones now.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now this song, number 4, it started the week. Probably at number 1, and as I said, what I've been doing recently is putting all the songs on a playlist, and as I'm listening to it in the car, almost 10-20 times, then I'm moving them around. I'm feeling, and so it's so this song moved from number 1, and which it stayed to number 4. And I love the story, and I love how unique and different it is from the rest of the album. And this is probably time this type of song has been and I'm only going to focus on the first part of this because I know that it has an interlude that finishes off, and it's drama. I loved how Eric tells. I love how the whole drama, and I think my only disappointment with drama is that we all got the magazines and stuff previewing the album, telling us that Mary's going to be there, and I hear this and I'm thinking, where's Mary? It sounds like Mary, but it doesn't have the oomph like Mary. And then you hear but you don't know why it didn't feature on there, so you just get disappointed not on there. But and I think she would have added the swagger if she was on there. But yeah, drama was yeah. I mean, one of my favorite Blackstreet songs is "Can't Get You Out of My Mind" with Eric Williams. He wrote it and kind of produced it, and it was on the what's the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of that. It was on that soundtrack, and they did a remake of it.
Have Plenty.
Have Plenty. Well done, Lee. Yeah. But Eric's style, and he tells this story. This is the Jaheim vibe that he brought to that song, and so the only disappointment get Mary. And if they couldn't get Mary, they could have still gotten somebody that doesn't sound like Mary, so it doesn't feel as if we got a
Timu version.
Mary, because it just felt like.
Have you heard the version with Mary on it though, Namdi?
No.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
It is on YouTube.
I was
the demo of it.
Yeah, I was so sad. But that's it. But I specifically just said just the first part because the interlude of Misery on its own was always fascinating. Until I heard Diesel sing it, I'm thinking, oh my God, the emotion, the power, it was almost like, why did you? And then I get disappointed that they didn't release the Pressure album from 911 because that would have been, I think, would have done much better than this if it was pushed and promoted better. Well, but anyway, that's it for me, Stevie.
Wow. Number 4, I've gone for another Blackstreet track, which I think you just mentioned them there, 911. I mean, I think this was a 911 original, but I didn't know that at the time. But I still think this is a very, very strong track. I think Alan really sounds strong on it. Uses James Brown. It's Rescue Me. I've gone at number 4 for me. Really strong, very strong Guy track. But like I say, 911 did it originally.
Yeah, Diesel, yeah.
So I was listening to Rescue Me this morning, and I realized, does he actually say the words "rescue me" in the song, or is it always "rescue you"? Right? So then I thought to myself, did somebody make a mistake when they made the album? Like the artwork, should the song been called "Rescue You"? Because da 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 is to rescue you. Like the whole song's about him saving a girl. So why is it called "Rescue Me"? I feel like they had Bobby Shore in the brain and just fucking they put "Rescue Me" on there. And it was a mistake that no one called out. I was like, it was a mistake. What do you guys think?
You're paying too much attention, man. You figured it out. I didn't even realize that.
You didn't realize that?
I didn't realize that.
I have to go back. Do they actually say the words "rescue me" anywhere in the song? Because if they don't, then somebody messed up. It was a typo.
Yeah.
When you see where I put that song on my list, you'll understand why what you've just said is so important to me. That's fascinating. That's fascinating.
Right.
That's an interesting point, dude. Very interesting.
Fascinating.
What did you get down for number 4?
Is it me?
Yeah.
Number 4. This is all 911 territory. 911 deserves so much love, respect. They should have come out with this album, and this particular song, LaVeber Madison. I was having a chat with LaVeber Madison, who went to school with Teddy Riley and Dougie Fresh. Also responsible for giving Teddy Riley his first break into production, etc. LaVeber's kind of a key figure in Teddy's world. I asked him what his favorite song from all of the people that he's ever been linked to and worked with, etc. And he said, Diesel's version of Misery is insane. He says what he has done for that song is on a different planet. So my number 4 is this cover version of the 911 track, which was done originally by Diesel and 911. And it's another reminder that all of these albums, there's so many covers from the 911 album. It's my drama Misery interlude. Fantastic. What a song.
Awesome.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. And shout out to 911 if I didn't say that already. 911. What a group.
Yeah.
What a group.
This has been a great promo for 911 for sure. And then before I jump into my selection, I just have to say, even though Drama did not make my top 10, after listening to it, I know, right? After listening to it.
What are you talking about, Willis?
After listening to it, though, after listening to it, it was like, I thought production-wise, flawless. I mean, when the horns come in towards the end and everything, it did remind me of the first Blackstreet album. I just wanted to give a shout out to the production. I would say production-wise, for me, that's the best song on the album. And I said that in one of our chats, not our group chat, but another one. But anyway, my number 4 is also a song we've already talked about. It is called, all these years, I thought it was called I Got What You Want. But apparently on the album, it's I Got What You On. You know, and I'm listening to the lyrics of the song, and they actually fit, because it's like, yo, like, I see you going out with these other dudes, but I have everything that you are like dissing me for. I never thought you was a hoe. Oh, like it's just so much swagger and like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just kind of like, I'm the shit. You're tripping. That's basically what the song is. And like, my house is in the Rob Report or something like that. Like it's just basically Teddy and Blackstreet being like, we are the shit, and that's that. And if you can't get with it, it's cool, whatever. But like, I got what you're on. So, so number 4, and the beat and everything like it's just like, so it's number 4.
And I like that because sometimes when you're saying something, if you abbreviate something, sometimes it's just punchier. It just hits differently. You know what I mean? Like, I got what you want.
Yes. Keep it short.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah. I'll do sad never heard the 911 album. All I've heard was Cutie. If you search for 911 on YouTube, you'd get it with all the songs. And if you hear Diesel sing Misery, it's very haunting. And then when you hear them sing what I've put down for number 3, Rescue Me, and this Rescue Me actually at one point could have been a little bit higher, but when I went to Diesel, and the fact that Diesel was the standby, Gene Griffin kept him on standby in case Aaron, it was reported in case Aaron was playing difficult, that Diesel was supposed to step in, and I've always said that my favorite New Jack Swing album is Basic Black's debut album. Favorite New Jack Swing album, just the pure She's Mine, and although nothing but a party, stuff like that. But but what I loved about how they delivered Rescue Me, I just loved the whole as a slow song. I just love what it brings. I loved how Aaron belted it out, because his reference point was Diesel, who probably sang. He probably looked at, man, this guy can sing, and then he was like, well, let me try and make this my own, and you can feel the emotion in there, and it's one of the capture you. But when I'm hearing 911, I know that this is the 911. When I say beat me 911, I can imagine that this was the group 911 putting their signature in the track. So Rescue Me at number 3 for me. Jam 3 at number 3.
Number 3 is my final Blackstreet entry, and I think it's by far the best Blackstreet track on the album. I'm stunned Mr. Andrew Knight's not even included it on his top 10, he said. But it's Drama Misery is at number 3 for me. There's nothing better. It's a standout track on this album. Could have been number 1. It wasn't Namdi's number 1. He put it back at number 4.
Yeah, it moved probably 2 days ago.
Yeah. But it's made it. That's it. My final Blackstreet entry. Great. Oh, just quality.
All right, can I say something really quick? All right, so check us out. So again, I've actually not been about the lyrics, but lately I am, right? So when she's like, I heard you got with my best friend, he's like, damn, like he's like, he was trying to lie and be like, man, you're tripping, and he's like, She's like, that was my best friend, and now we're in your pockets for your Benjamins. I'm just kind of like I don't know, like I just it's just kind of messy, you know. And I'm not into like messy stuff. Now the misery part is dope, right? But the lyrics for me, it's like I get the music to drama, but lyrically, it's not uplifting. It's not high vibration. I guess that's what I'm looking for. High vibration. And that's what I'm into. And if it's not high vibration, I'm not into it. That's it. But musically and everything else, it's fire. That's the last thing I'll say on that one.
Beach. Number 3.
My number 3. I don't know if I've mentioned a group called 911 earlier today.
Nice.
But this particular one samples Mary Jane Girls All Night Long from 1983 and Dog Pound's New York from 95. Written by Daryl and Mucho, and yes, who's it that said that? Somebody said about Rob. Rob was an incredible singer as well. Should have stayed with 911. I love both versions. I'm not going to get into which is better, but Spend Time is an incredible song, and Aaron nails it on this. This felt like a Guy song to me, and a lot of songs didn't feel like Guy songs. I liked the album a lot because it was Guy, and part of it felt like I was forcing myself to like it. This was not one of those songs. This was just love. And I heard this before. I heard the 911 version, as Stevie alluded to before. But this version, Spend Time, is absolute magic. Aaron Hall, man. Aaron Hall, take a bow. Number 3, Spend Time by Guy.
Wow, I'm surprised at number 3, VJ. Very surprised.
Wicked tune.
Surprised. I thought it'd been a bit higher up for you there. Very surprised.
No, they're all magic. Everything's magic. Top 5, top 4 is magic. Absolute magic.
What I'll say about Spend Time really quick is that one absolutely almost made my list, but then I got mean because I'm like, okay, it samples New York, and that song came out in 94, and then this album came out in 2000. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna sample a song, make it like a hip hop song, make it more recent than that. Like, you're already falling behind, in my opinion. But anyway, I like the sample. And then there's a guy or person named Aki T3 who's making me laugh because he's asking questions like, have you heard of a song called Don't Leave Me? Or have you heard a song by No Diggity? So clearly being sarcastic and hilarious. Anyway, just want to acknowledge that. Now, number 3 is The Final Appearance by GUY2K. I also kind of laughed at that, GUY2K. So that's The Final Appearance. That's it. That's what I mean. I'm the outlier here.
He's not playing.
But that song is gotta do it. You gotta do it. I mean, that song should have absolutely been a single. It was like the only. When I bought the album, I didn't return it, but I was very tempted.
I didn't realize you could return albums. It's almost like
it was a thing, man.
Underwear. How could they let you return it?
They let you. I think you had like a couple days or whatever, and I was so disappointed.
Download it. How can you return it? I don't know. I didn't realize that was possible. But
Can I just say something about returns really quickly? My cousin rented Wonder Woman 1984 or whatever it was. He was so disappointed in the movie. He wrote a scathing email, which was 2 pages long, and said, "I want my money back. I don't give a shit." And he got his money back. For a movie that he'd rented. Insane.
That is hilarious.
I just thought I'd carry on.
No, Wonder Woman 2 almost ruined my Christmas. Anyway, seriously, 2020. I remember it like yesterday. Emily, that was it. Do it. Yeah, number 3. Boom.
Okay.
That's it. Forgot.
So hold on, which was that your last Guy track?
Yes, dude.
What 6 Guy tracks did you pick then?
Okay, I did Love Online, 2004. Don't You Miss Me, Fly Away, Dancing, and Do It.
Wow.
So number 1 and number 2 are definitely Blackstreet. Wow. I almost want to read my review from Amazon for 2000, but if we have time, I'll say that for the end.
Yeah, you should do that. You should definitely read that.
Cool.
Number 2 for me is that it sound like the group sort of production sound. It sounded very different, and but when you get the album, you read the credits, and you can see the you see all the people that got involved. And I thought to myself, if the album had more of this, it would have been great, because at this point in time we had songs like No More Street, we had Donnell's What's Up, um, we had the whole stuff with Jaheim. So there was a sort of a bouncy vibe when this came out, guys dancing. I was like, okay, wow, it just almost felt current, felt unique, and I wanted a little bit more of that on the album. And maybe it was the nostalgia, just the fact that it came out of nowhere, because we just album that didn't do well, and then within a couple of months we're seeing the video dancing. Like, what? The guys reformed, and then they're sounding current, and it just felt like, wow, I can't wait. And it landed at number 5 on the Billboard 100. That was their highest charting single ever. So you could see that they were in a new phase and stuff. And there's something about what Darren Lighty was doing, because he first worked with Jaheim and Next and all that stuff. Then he went and worked with Eddie F and did the stuff with Darnell and with the guy. And he was like, "Wow, man, this is a cool sound." But unfortunately, it was just the one song, and the album. So yes, Dancing was a good comeback single, and it got to my number 2.
Wow, good, very good,
Nice one.
wow. Number 2 for me.
So one last thing before we go, Stevie. Nandi, your list and my list, there's some similarities, dude.
Okay, we'll see.
I'm just saying. We're not always like that, but there's similarities, man. That's it.
Wow.
Sorry, Stevie.
Like I said, my last 2 are Guy tracks. It was choosing which one to make number 1, but I think the reason I put this at number 2 probably because there's another version that's slightly better. But I was blown away by when I first heard this. I think it's a special song. It's got a special vibe to it. Good memories hearing this in a club, hearing it when it first came out. But Spend Time is just number 2 for me, easily number 2. Could have been number 1, but it's gone at number 2. I think 911 just edges it, but it's still a great record. Aaron's vocal on it is incredible on this. Makes it very special. So that's number 2 for me.
Yeah. I mean, just tells you how much, if we'd got the 911 Depression album 2 years earlier and stuff, what a massive difference it could have made. But anyway.
My number 2 samples George McRae's I Get Lifted from 1974. It's not Casey and Sunshine Band's I Get Lifted for a Change, so that's amazing. It's a different I Get Lifted being used. This song obviously features production work by Eddie F and Darren Lighty. You have Baliwa Muhammad, Clifton Lighty on background vocals, amongst others. And my number 2 is Guy Dancing. Absolutely loved it. Magic. This song was brilliant when it came out. Mm-hmm. I think at the time, Darren Lighty and Eddie F had another big song with Donald Jones and You Know What's Up. And I think You Know What's Up is lauded as the more popular song, but I think this song should have done more. And I thought it was interesting that this was just around the time that Roger Troutman passed away, and Guy had said that they were going to contribute all of their earnings from the Dancing single to Roger Troutman's family, which I believe they did.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
That's my number 2.
But think about it. Lisa Left Eye made You Know What's Up become. It wasn't just the song was nice on its own, but the fact that Lisa,
great rap on that.
The way she, the whole thing, she took it to the next level. The same way that she would have taken Roughneck to another level had it been if the politics did not prevent that. So there was this. She was a star like Aaliyah and had that X factor in.
Did you just share something? I didn't know.
I wonder if she.
Was she going to be the original vocalist for Roughneck?
Yeah. Her verse was used on the House Party 3 scene when she was rapping there.
Ah, okay.
What you talk about Roughneck MC Light?
We're having different comments. That's fine.
Yeah, Roughneck. Yeah, MC Light's Roughneck.
Not as good as MC Light, mate. Sorry. But...
No. MC version, and Lisa was supposed to had a verse recorded.
Oh, that's fascinating. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
I do remember hearing that. I do remember hearing that.
And their manager, her name, said that I need 80% of the track before it can be released. Means that Mucho, Arkil, and MC Light would have had to share the other 20%. And they said no, we just would have blown up bigger. Then it went gold. It was big hit it was MC Light's biggest hit at the time.
Yeah, fantastic.
But that would have just taken it to another level.
I think I agree, and that's what I love about these discussions. Thank you, Namdi, for sharing that. I did not know that. I'm so happy to know that. That's brilliant. It's very cool, man.
Yeah. She recorded the versions. Yeah, Mucho. In fact, so Mucho Mucho shared it, and and then one guy, one DJ. In fact, I think I've got the video of the whole Roughneck, and then you hear Light flowing with it and stuff like that. And then eventually MC Light had to put it. It got out there. So MC Light had to say, yeah. The truth was that their manager of TLC at the time says 80%, and maybe she just didn't want the group to be exposed or whatnot. We don't know, but that's why that did not happen. Yes. Anyway.
All right.
Who's next? Yes, we see.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna talk about my number 2. This is the first of 2 Blackstreet songs that will be rounding out my top 10, or top 12. And this song was ruined by a individual who didn't really understand R&B. I understood basically there's groups of people who don't get R&B who associate with sex immediately, no matter the context. So that's why songs like Dick in a Box are so funny to like the mainstream, because they think R&B it's honestly about sex. So this song is not about sex. I thought it was a beautiful song, but as soon as this person heard it, he was like a coworker of mine at school. He's like, "Oh, it just sounds like a smarmy sex song," and I was so insulted that it actually it ruined the song. But now, 25 years later, I listened to the song, and it was originally at number 4, but it's now at number 2, and that song is indeed "I'm Sorry" by Blackstreet. I think it's that good. And I was listening to it again, and I was like, no, number 4 is not. No, I want it to be number 2. So I love that song, and thank you for letting me know Terrell's the vocalist on that, because that makes me like it even more. Like, it was just the new member puts his stamp on the album. Too bad it didn't blow up, but I thought it was a good song.
Imagine if Mark Middleton had that would have been Mark Middleton type of stuff. Yeah. But the emotion, it was. I love those Beg Me songs, but I just love the whole story, and I love the emotions with it. Yeah.
Can I say something really quick too? And also because I'm now entering the whole marriage world, right? Like, I never want to feel that. I never want to be in that position, because she says, even though I forgive you, it won't be the same. All the explanation, all the sleepless nights, all the explanations are explaining. It's like, it's almost like the vase has crashed. You put it back together, but you can still see all the cracks inside of it. Like, you never want to violate that trust, So it's just kind of like, man, it's a real song. So I'm just kind of like, cautionary tale. Don't ever want to be there, but it's a beautiful song. All right, that's it.
And then, of course, the part where we're waiting for him to come in and sing the a beautiful song. It would have been my top 2 back in the day, but I put too much thought in this list. So we're down to our number 1, and I'm gonna go read from 12 before I answer my number one. So number 12 was Boyfriend Girlfriend. Number 11 was Think About You. Number 10 was Why You Want to Keep Me From My Baby. Number 9 was Telling Me No. That was Guy. Number 8 was Blackstreet, Black and White. Number 7 was Blackstreet, Can You Feel It? Number 6 was Guy's Teddy's Jam 3. Number 5, Blackstreet, I'm Sorry. Number 4, Blackstreet, Drama. Number 3, Guy, Rescue Me. Number 2, Guy, Dancing. And number 1 for me is I think I think the combination of these guys on this track, and I keep listening to it, and I can sing along with it, and I just checked out who co-wrote this, and it was, we talked about getting to who know how to compose songs. Leon Silver III and IV, so he got a son also, were part of those who wrote this, and along with Teddy with the music, and it's Love Online.
Wow!
What?
Oh, wow. Dude!
I thought it was going to take time.
You would die.
You pulled off a Sheldon. You pulled off a Sheldon tonight,
I've
mate.
been waiting to anticipate. Oh, goodness. And
Pulled off a Sheldon.
Damien started off and comes in, and I'm just like, my God, it's just the whole. You can remember it, and it's just, it didn't feel too overbearing. It didn't feel like out there, and we talk about and we talk about what they call that stuff again. What's the dating apps? I was going to say.
I'm sorry, Nabby, I'm sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, we talk about the dating apps and all the stuff. So of course, yes, we're talking about sending emails and AOL, which officially retired last year after all these years. But it was almost like they had just watched You Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks, and it's like, oh, let's do a song about that. But it was very much saying this is the future. But it's sometimes you may say the lyrics and all that stuff, but actually, if you just sometimes it's how they sing it and how they deliver it. So yes, after going
absolutely
through that, my favorite.
What a great podcast!
Yeah. Fantastic.
Stunned.
And that song is a little bit like, how Smile was on The Future. It was a little bit different, but they're both endearing in their own ways. Right?
Love Online, Do or Die.
Both endearing.
Email
Email me. As I said, it's even Damien starting the singing, and it doesn't. And you have Teddy with his stuff. So all three of them featured prominently on the track, and I just loved the whole vibe of it. As I said. Drama was number one for a long time, and then I just kept listening, and I just said, nah. And maybe I just got a little bit upset that Mary wasn't singing that part, and I just overthanked, but I was overthinking, and then Love Online just kept moving on my list, and so it just stopped there.
Really hit you, did it? Now he's hit you in the week, didn't he? Hit you, mate. So where did Spencer make it into your top 12? Spencer.
No, I didn't put it in.
Wow, not even in the top 12.
I didn't even do it. I'm doing it. I didn't like.
I thought when you picked Dancing at number 2, I thought he's got to go for Spend Time. Mate. He's nailed on and absolutely done with it. But then again, VJ might stun me. He might pull a rabbit out of the hat here, but wow. I know Andrew definitely is anyway. Right, number 12 for me is the Blackstreet intro. Number 11, I'm Sorry, Blackstreet. I need to listen to that more because you're right. It is a strong record. That
which one?
Blackstreet, I'm sorry. It is strong that I need to listen. I need to give it a bit more listens. Number 10 is Girlfriend Boyfriend. Number 9 is Teddy's Jam Free. Number 8 is Blackstreet Finally. Number 7 is Guy, Why You Want to Keep Me From a Baby. Number 6 is Think About It. Number 5 is Do It. Number 4, Rescue Me. Number 3 is Drama Misery. Number 2, Spend Time. And I think what finally made my mind up to put this at number 1 was when I was in Birmingham last weekend at the New Jack Swing Night, and the DJ played this, and it's always sounded phenomenal in a club. The groove, the way people dance to it, and it has got better with time. This track, it doesn't sound dated because of the groove. Like you said, we've already kind of mentioned that Eddie F vibe. That it harks back to the 80s, a bit of 80s boogie, but a bit more slower. So I've gone for, no surprises here, Guy dancing. It's made my number 1.
And a worthy number 1 too. That makes sense. Nice. I'm glad somebody's put it at number 1. That's fantastic.
I'm sure if I heard it like on the dance floor, it would be hard for me.
Oh, it's
because
so
you have
good.
that memory. It would be like, oh my god, like yes, I totally.
The minute Aaron Hall opens his mouth and that group, you're just in heaven. You are in heaven.
Yeah, and I'll say something like my wife Monica. She, when I first met her, she didn't know much of Guy's earlier stuff, but she knew Dancing, and she knew Tell Me What You Like, and that was like, oh my god, she's the one. She knows 2 Guy songs. I was done. I was like, this is good. This is good. This is a good foundation. I can work with this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then you open the door. Then you open your door to your room, and you just went, put your head round there, and she's seen all your records, and you thought, oh my god.
That's a different conversation. She's happy with me, man. It's like constant conversations about that. But what's that conversation? B02K. What he's talking about, cyber sex. I don't know what KG and Darren Lighty were thinking with that song, man. Like, yeah, there's some funny song titles. Yeah. Anyway, so my number 12, Boyfriend, Girlfriend. Number 11, Guy, Do It. Number 10, Blackstreet, I'm Sorry. I'm just going to say again, Blackstreet, I'm Sorry, made my list, yeah? I'm just saying that. That's something later on, but we'll talk about that later. Number 9, Guy, Someday. Number 8, Blackstreet, I Got What You Want. Number 7, Guy, The Best. Very controversial in this discussion. Very, very controversial. 6, Blackstreet, Yo Love. Number 5, Blackstreet, Think About You. Number 4, Misery Interlude, Drama Misery Interlude. Number 3, Guy, Spend Time. Number 2, Guy, Dancing. My number 1, it's another cover of a 911 track. I thought it was on this one. This is called Guy Super Best. And in Japan they release these compilations of different eyes, and they had Tell Me What You Like and Dancing on here. This particular track, it's a cover version of an incredible 911 track. Samples Love Men, Dedicated to the One I Love from 1972. Dieso sounds insane on the original version of this song, but this song is another one that felt like a Guy song. When I heard this, I felt like I was home. It felt very familiar. I felt like Guy were back. And Aaron Hall absolutely nails the vocals on this. And my number 1 had to be there's no other choice for this. It had to be Rescue Me.
Wow.
Absolutely stunning. Love it, love it, love it. That's
wow. I didn't see that one coming either. I did not see that one coming. Well, I think take it home, Andrew. Take it home. I think
we are all over the place. But I do like it's a man's world, or it's a man's world sample in that one. All right, so number 12, we've got Love Online by Guy. Number 11, 2004 by Guy. Number 10, In a Rush, Blackstreet. Number 9, Don't You Miss Me, Guy. Number 8, Think About You, Blackstreet. Number 7, Fly Away, Guy. Number 6, Black and White, Blackstreet. Number 5, Dancing Guy. Number 4, I Got What You On, the Pimpin' song by Blackstreet. Number 3, Do It by Guy. Number 2, I'm Sorry by Blackstreet. And what song will be the number 1 song, not only for Blackstreet, but for the whole list? I have 2 words for you. And those 2 words are Puerto Rican judo. Now, Puerto Rican judo was a term that I remember reading about in Vibe magazine. And there was a song called Horse and Carriage by Cameron with Mace. And it kind of goes like, Mace and that, dun 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 dun, right? And they talked about the Puerto Rican judo kind of thing also impacting and influencing this other song. And I will say, because this other song kind of has a dun 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 dun. And I was feeling good about that Puerto Rican judo because even the promos for this very episode featured that song. So it's to see that the person who put together the promo for this episode ranked it low, but at the same time, I'm loving the balance that I put his number 1 at number 12, and he put my number 12. He put my number 1 at his number 12. So, without further ado, and it broke my heart when the song failed, my number 1 is absolutely Boyfriend, Girlfriend. I love that song. I remember driving down the freeway going doom, 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 doom. Like, how is this not a hit? And I remember thinking back then, I need to be an A&R. I can smell a hit, man. I'm Captain Smell a Hit. That is my hit. So when the song failed, it was the first crack in my confidence at knowing what a hit was. I was like, this sucks. And then Joseph Kahn, I know Joseph Kahn. He's the director of that video. He did Hit Me Off. He did Still in Love. He's a big video. So he made that video. I thought it was cool. I liked it. It was innovative. It was boom, boom, boom. But no, I can be honest. The song failed. It failed. So for me, I would have been at Interscope going, oh yeah, throw all the money at it. That's it. I'm sorry. I had to be passionate about it. I love that song.
Is that your Janet Bias speaking?
Is my Janet what?
Your Janet Bias that's speaking.
I mean, a little bit, but that's another thing. Her voice is so muted. It could have been anybody. It felt very like, just handle it. Just handle it. You want my beer because it's in the bone. Like the whole thing is it was so catchy, but it was a Puerto Rican judo. Puerto Rican judo did not catch on. Even Horse and Carriage by Mason Betta. It's Mason Betta. You're gonna rise to the top. Like it had 2 hits, and now actually no, not even hits. Horse and Carriage was all right. It was Cameron before Cameron blew up, so it was just kind of like it just didn't.
Yeah, I remember that Cameron track. That Cameron was big. That was a big track at the time.
All right.
Very big. All right. But they obviously spent all the money on the video, and
yeah, $1.5 million.
They should have spent it on. They should have spent it on the promotion budget. That $1 million should have, they should have been turning up to radio station in America like P Diddy did with a suitcase full of money going. A-list that, play that all day. A-listed all day that. And it would have smashed. It would have smashed it. It did get a lot of promotion though. It did receive a lot of promotion.
That
is the call.
They smell a hit, man. I'm not getting over that shit in a hurry, man.
All right, do we have time? Do we have time for me to read my review from 2000? Is that cool? Really quick. It'll be super, super quick.
Go ahead, Captain.
Okay. Thank you.
Captain Smell a Hit.
February 3rd, 2000. My 3rd Amazon review ever. One of my favorite groups of all time, and definitely one of the most influential would have to be GUY. Teddy, Aaron, and Damian single-handedly resurrected R&B and had Keith Sweat, New Edition, and Al B. Shore along for the ride during the New Jack Swing era. Both of their previous albums were classics. However, this album arrives in a much more competitive soundscape than the previous 2. Artists like Cisco and producers like Rodney Jerkins threaten to doom Guy into obscurity, but on cuts like Do It and Love Online, Guy manages to maintain fresh originality. Ultimately, the listening public will have to decide whether or not they are feeling Guy, but the album is really nothing revolutionary as a whole. For example, Teddy's Jam 3, while an obvious tribute to Roger Troutman, is just too much like Dance Floor to be considered original like the previous 2 Teddy's Jams. But hey, I'm just looking forward to the show because guess what? Guy is back. That's what I thought about the album.
That's a great review.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the master chart? What's the master chart saying, VJ?
So I'll only go down from the top 20. I won't say all of them. So Blackstreet in a Rush at number 20. Number 19 was Blackstreet on the Floor, which was an enhanced track, but I understand if people haven't included it. Some people did. 18 is Guy, Don't You Miss Me. Number 17 is Guy the Best. Number 16 is Fly Away. Number 15 is Blackstreet Yo Love. Number 14 is Why You Want to Keep Me From My Baby. Number 13 is Blackstreet Black and White. Number 12 is Blackstreet Finally. Number 11 is Teddy's Jam 3. Number 10 is Spend Time. Number 9 is Love Online. Number 8 is Blackstreet Drama Misery Interlude. Number 7 is I Got What You Want. Number 6 is Guy Rescue Me. Number 5 is Guy Do It. Number 4 is Blackstreet Think About You. Number 3 is Guy Dancing. Number 2 is Blackstreet Girlfriend Boyfriend. And for everybody, and this is why I said, what number did I put it? I put it at number 10. It made my list. It might not have been my number 1, yeah? But the number 1 from everybody's list was Blackstreet, I'm Sorry. I couldn't believe it.
What?
So well done, Andrew, for being almost on the money, man.
Wow, he's won the podcast again.
You were in tune with of other people.
Mr. Captain Save a Hit. Mr. Captain Save a Hit.
Smell a hit. You know, man. He knows, man. He can smell a hit.
Well, no, but Andrew had a boyfriend, girlfriend at number 1.
No, I almost had it at number 1, but
it was my number 1 until it would have always been my number 1. Yeah.
No, but both of you see how highly you've ranked it. Stevie, where was it in your list?
Oh, number 11. Okay. I wasn't going to put it in until I listened to it and thought, nah, this is actually all right.
It's a big tune. All right. It's a big tune. It's a big tune.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't believe spend time to what, number 10 in that list?
What was it?
It was top 10.
Spend Time was number 10.
That's terrible. That's really terrible. Number 10. Come on, it's better than that.
So what would you give both albums?
Ooh.
Stevie, I'll start with you.
Ooh.
Finally, Andy, what would you give it out of a 10?
I'll give Blackstreet 4 out of 10. Sorry, I'll give Finally 4 out of 10. I'll give Guy. Oh, that's tough. 6.5. 6.5 out of 10.
VJ.
I think Blackstreet probably 4 or 5, and I think that'd be. I've got serious Guy bias. I serious Guy bias. You can't tell me anything about Guy. They're the best group ever. But I think for this album, I'm going to give it 6.5, 7 is fair. I think 6.5.
It's about right, isn't it? It's about right.
It's right. What Stevie said, it's right.
It's about right.
Yeah. It could have been better, much better.
Andrew.
I'm completely reversed from Stevie. I would give the Guy album a 4 and the Blackstreet a 6.5. So we're just reversed. That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Namdi?
For me, the Guy album, I'd probably give it a 5, and the Blackstreet album, I'd probably give it a 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think to have 2 productions within 6 months should have been great, but I would, if I go back to when they both came out, I was highly at the time.
Well, if you average that out between the 4 of us, then it's 5 for each, probably 5 for each album, isn't it? Really, so it makes sense. It does make sense.
I think as much as I appreciate the Guy. I'm now 20+ years listening to it, and today, and even Boyfriend Girlfriend, I can appreciate the production. But at the time when it came out, and we had all those big albums, and I don't normally have my list of what comes out, and it was disappointing. And maybe I was disappointed that after one single they went this. Maybe that disappointed me with Guy. And actually, I didn't really appreciate the songs until I had to listen to them today. And with the Blackstreet album, I thought if I had A&R'd it, it would have done better. So that's it with those ones. Okay, thanks guys for your constant comments. See what you do give Blackstreet and level 2. I mean, I'm still haunted by Verses and the fact that he played deep. I'm like, yeah, I was disappointed with that. I mean, that haunted me, that Verses where he could have killed Babyface, he could have slammed Babyface. He did 3 remixes and he, oh goodness, yeah. Even now he does his tour. He doesn't do any of the remixes. He plays his own tracks. So anyway, we are back. We are back in 2 weeks' time as we battle Pebbles versus Karen White. Both of them both came out in the late 80s, had some amazing tracks. So we are going to do another battle, 6 songs from both of these beautiful ladies, and make up our top 12. So we are going to use we're going to log, and so this has been another Smooth Half Hour brought to you by D Griffin.
Oh, Namdi, one quick thing. I just wanted to give a shout out to Claude and Brandon. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to Karen versus Pebbles. And said to me that when she's ready to talk, she will let me know.
Wow.
So I have to be mindful when talking about managers. Sure. I think large percentages, stuff like that. But I'm going to create a appreciation video anyway. But I love Karen White and love Pebbles, and that should be fun. Just be able to appreciate both women, not appreciate both beautiful women as well. Yesterday, DOA Allen came on. Stevie, did you stay to the end or you left?
I didn't. I left. I was there for about an hour, but it was a great. What was being said was just mind blowing. He's such a great guest, and I need to fully watch that.
Yeah, it's coming out, and he spoke about that Bobby did not want. What was the single? The things you do. What was the song? Feeling Inside. It was not meant to be his first single, and the label pushed it. He wanted Forever with Tim and Bob.
That's the right one.
That was his. He wanted that to be his debut single. He was that. But the label says no. We think this Feeling Inside, and they pushed it. They had him on all these shows.
Yeah, I remember. It was terrible.
Yeah, he was on all the shows promoting it, and Dio was his music director, and Bobby wasn't feeling it, but that was it. So he wanted Forever to be his lead single, and then it just, yeah. So, yes.
Does Pebbles have 6 tracks? Well, yeah, over 3 albums easily.
Yeah, yes, Bob had 3 albums. Yeah, so that was, so he talks about that, working with them, and that album. He talks about Chucky. So so it should be up. It was live. He spoke about producing Tony stuff and a lot of other stuff. But anyway, we'll do the Pebbles and Karen White in a couple of weeks, and then we're going to go and have a debrief when we think about our December episode. But as always, guys, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you so much for being with us on Sunday evening.
Yes.
Evening, guys.
Yes. Okay, guys. So we'll see you guys, and yes, thanks for the list. Thanks for voting, and check out Guide 2.0. But Damien will be on in a few weeks time to give you his live response. Take care.
Wow. Good night.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat.
Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of.
Somewhere in between us,
or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
Still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what those boys winning all spirits.
play it.